All right, I think I'm live. Welcome back, everybody, to our latest live stream. I think we're live on both YouTube and Facebook right now. Need to verify, though. If you see me live, let me know in the chat. I need to make sure we're live. Because we got a pretty big storm here in North Texas. Need to make sure we're good to go here. Let me know in the chat. Please and thank you. I think we're live. Okay. All right. So this is emergency severe weather coverage because of this dangerous storm in North Texas, which may be producing a tornado. Hopefully we are good. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so we are live. All right, so this is a pretty interesting situation. We don't usually do these types of streams, but we are streaming on both YouTube and Facebook at the same time because there's reason to believe we could have a strong tornado on the ground with this storm. I've been following this for the last half an hour. We've not had any official confirmation on this particular storm, but it is a very dangerous storm because of how discreet it is and also because of just the nature of the environment it is in. The storm, the significant tornado parameter values are very high, and this environment is very favorable for strong and potentially even violent tornadoes if we got a tornado. And in this particular instance, this is a tornado. If it is on the ground, it could be strong. I've heard reports recently that there's been some storm damage in Forestburg, which is where this apparent tornado went through. We've yet to have any confirmation officially on this particular tornado, but if it is on the ground, it could be strong going towards Pilot Point, Texas, in the northern Denton County area. If you are in this tornado warning, you need to make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, as this does continue to move east southeast. There is no official confirmation of this, but I feel like there is a tornado with this. We've had very strong rotation for well over half an hour. We've had a couple of debris signatures even kind of showing up here. The only question really remains is what kind of damage is this doing, because I think there is a tornado here as it continues to move east southeast near Valley View. Again, this is where the tornado would be located. It'd be right in this red area here. And I mean, you can see it there. It hasn't been confirmed, but I feel like there's a tornado here. We still have some sort of debris signature showing up on the correlation coefficient. So if you're in Valley View or Pilot Point, again, make sure that you are seeking shelter. There could be a strong tornado on the ground. As this continues to move east southeast, it will be heading towards the north side of Denton County. It is really right now on the cusp of both Cook and Denton County. So again, make sure that you're seeking shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. But to me, again, this does look like that there is a tornado on the ground right now. Going to be north of Denton. And even if there isn't one, what's the big deal here? Just get to your safe place just in case. It does look like, though, that there is some sort of debris right now that is being lifted up into the atmosphere. And the rotation, I mean, look at the rotation. It looks strong as can be. So I do think that there's some sort of tornado here moving down to the east southeast going into northern Denton County, and there's a very strong possibility if it is on the ground, it could be on the stronger side of things. We have a terminal velocities, or we have a terminal radar back over in southeast Denton County as well, which also gives us the same depiction that there is very strong rotation here. And again, moving down to the east southeast, we've had some damage reports from about 30 minutes ago or so. There was reports of power flashes also from this particular storm, and it never got a confirmation tag on it. So I don't know. Again, if you're in this area, you need to seek shelter. We had a rare SPC outlook too on this particular area. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh wait, let me go to this screen real quick. Let's go to here. All right, let me real quickly. Let's go to SPC. And if you're just tuning in again, you gotta seek shelter if you're in this warning. There could be a tornado on the ground here. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get the SPC. Why is the SPC not working? Okay, I don't know why mesoscale discussions on the SPC website for some reason aren't loading. What I was going to tell you, though, is that this area, we have a rare outlook from the Storm Prediction Center on just this particular storm. These usually don't get issued. Here it is. So you'll notice, again, an intense supercell capable of producing a strong tornado is expected to persist for at least an hour. So that was as of, I don't know, about 15 minutes ago. Yeah, it was about 15-20 minutes ago. So this storm here is going to be capable of producing a potential for a strong tornado over the next hour. And again, I do believe that there is a tornado on the ground here. There was still not been any confirmation from the National Weather Service, but that right there does appear as if it is a debris signature that is just to the southwest of Valley View, Texas, and that'll eventually be moving towards Pilot Point in the Tioga area in northern Denton County, as well as in southern Cook County here in North Texas. So again, you need to seek shelter if you're in this tornado warning. Rotation's very strong. Everything lines up with this, and it's been a pretty classic looking supercell here for quite a while. And as it moves to the east-southeast, it will eventually go towards areas like Gunter and McKinney, and even possibly even close to like Greenville long term if it does stay alive for that long. But again, more than likely, we have a tornado moving in this direction going towards the northern side here of Denton County. If anybody does have any sort of photos or videos, anything that can potentially confirm this, obviously do not try to look outside because there's really no lightning. It's hard to confirm this. But if you have any sort of report about this, you can message me on Facebook. You can at me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. This is from Steven, or yeah, I'm retweeting a video on Twitter from Steve. This is Steven. Steven's also showing, I mean, it's very windy here in Valley View. You can kind of see it with the the grass and stuff. So, I mean, it's obviously very windy, but, that's not really going to prove anything. But, I mean, it looks to me like we have a tornado here near Valley View. We've had at least some sort of a debris signature here, and we've had damage in the past with this storm, possibly tornado damage back over near, like, Forestburg. So, again, there's possibly a tornado moving east-southeast. And at the end of the day, I mean, even if there isn't a tornado, it's a good idea to at least get to your safe place, because if this is on the ground, again, this could be a strong tornado. So you want to make sure you're okay. This is now officially a confirmed tornado. So we have a confirmed tornado now in Texas.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So this is now officially a confirmed tornado now north of Denton. Again, here in Texas, you need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. This is now officially a confirmed tornado. This was observed by weather spotters. So we've been saying it for this entire time. There is a tornado now on the ground. This is now officially confirmed in northern Denton County. You need to seek shelter if you're in this warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. If you know anybody in this area, make sure to share this stream with them. Again, we'll keep you posted. This is right now moving east-southeast. The tornado itself is becoming a bit more rain-wrapped, but we still have debris that's being lifted up into the atmosphere right now near Valley View. So that right there is your tornado. Unfortunately, we do now have a tornado that is in progress that is moving east-southeast going towards Pilot Point. So you need to run to your safe place, get away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible. But this is now officially a confirmed tornado. And again, this could be strong. So again, right now near Valley View in Cook County is where that tornado is. It's becoming a bit more rain wrapped, and eventually it's going to be making an approach towards the north side of Sanger, and it'll eventually approach Pilot Point, Texas. Some people were confused earlier. They didn't know where Prairie Point is. Just for reference, Prairie Point is over here to the west, and they possibly had some storm damage as well from a possible tornado. So this is now officially a confirmed tornado moving east-southeast. Not PDS, but if we get some more direct confirmation on this, there could be a PDS tornado warning on this. And for the record, the PDS tornado watch has been expanded into Denton County and even into Decatur areas, but I don't think you'll see anything. It's really just this storm here, which is going to continue to make an approach towards the Denton County area and eventually going towards Collin County. All right, here's the latest radar scan. We'll see what we got here. And again, we are live on both YouTube and Facebook. We're not just live on one platform, so we're doing a multi-stream here since I know a lot of people in North Texas are being impacted by the storm. So just an FYI. Wow, yeah, I mean, this could be a strong tornado right now. That debris signature is growing, guys. We got it 100%. Wow, yeah, okay. This is a bad situation. We got a strong tornado right now heading towards Union Hill, Hemming, Bloomfield, and Pilot Point. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but that right there is a strong tornado. You need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. This is a very dangerous storm. If you are right now in Union Hill or the Valley View area, Unfortunately, this looks like it is a strong tornado that is heading into the northern side of Denton County right now. Really worst case scenario right now. We got a big debris signature right over Interstate 35. This is probably going to go PDS. This is not good at all. If you know any friends or family in this area, you need to make sure that they're seeking shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. This is a big debris signature right now that is popping up on radar. We got very strong rotation just north of Denton. This is a very dangerous tornado, and it's worst case scenario right now in North Texas with this particular storm. This is just not good. If you are in Pilot Point, you need to get underground if you can. Try to get the mattress off the bed. Get underground if you can. Get to a storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. I know North Texas doesn't really have basements, but storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Those are the places that you should be going right now. Whatever the most interior room is, that is where you need to go right now. We have a strong tornado near Valley View that is going to be making its approach again to Pilot Point. It does not get any more clear than this when it comes to a tornado. The debris signature is becoming larger. And this could be a very strong tornado heading towards Pilot Point. Let's hope that it is not strong, but from what I'm seeing here on radar, this is a strong tornado. And it is definitely doing some damage. We have a debris signature and everything just south of Valley View. Right now, this is again a confirmed tornado. It's already confirmed, but the warning could get upgraded as this moves east-southeast towards Pilot Point. We'll have another radar scan in a moment. Let me check the terminal radar site real quick. Yeah, I mean, the terminal radar site's still showing. Unfortunately, very strong rotation here. We have a new radar scan coming in right now. We'll see what this looks like. But worst case scenario seems to be happening here with this particular storm. Yeah, man, this is a big tornado, guys. This is undoubtedly a tornado, and it's probably pretty strong. That debris signature is growing in size. Those dark blues are not what you want to see on a debris radar. This is a really bad situation. We'll see what the velocities show. This is possibly a big tornado heading towards Pilot Point. This is now officially a PDS tornado.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
This is, again, big tornado right now heading towards Pilot Point. You need to seek shelter. I'm very concerned for people in Pilot Point right now. This is a very dangerous storm. It is producing significant damage right now south of Pilot Point, or Valley View, sorry, here in North Texas. A big debris signature right now. If you are in Pilot Point, you need to get to your safe place. You got to get underground if you are in this warning. This is you have to get to wherever the lowest floor possible is. If you're in a mobile home, you got to find a sturdy structure. We got a big tornado right now that's on the ground heading right towards Pilot Point. This is a very dangerous situation. I cannot stress it enough. This is a big debris signature. We got a strong tornado and a potentially intense tornado that is heading towards Pilot Point, Texas. Again, just north of Denton. All right, you need to run to your safe place, get underground if you can, away from windows, and get on the lowest floor possible and into an interior room of your home or building. This is, again, a large and strong tornado that is heading towards Pilot Point. And again, a PDS tornado, what that means is that it is a particularly dangerous situation. These are only issued when we have strong and large tornadoes that are on the ground. This is an exact case of that. Unfortunately, this is going to be causing some significant damage as it approaches Pilot Point and Tioga. It is a classic-looking supercell. There's nothing stopping this right now. There's literally nothing. I mean, we had storms in Oklahoma earlier that were, had all those splits and stuff. This isn't the same situation. We have nothing that's going to be stopping this storm. So, again, very dangerous situation right now if you're in the northeast side of Denton County. This is very, very bad. Got a huge debris signature right now heading towards Hemming and Bloomfield, and this will be making its approach to Pilot Point, Texas. If you are in Pilot Point, again, get the mattress off the bed, get into your bathroom, get into your storm shelter, get into your closet. Whatever is the most interior room and whatever is the safest place to be right now is where you need to be. And a new tornado watch was just issued for North Texas until 1 a.m. for parts of it. I'll put the locations on here once that pops up. And that's all because of this storm. If you know any friends or family here, please share this with them. This is a very dangerous storm. Again, this is a large and strong tornado. Again, this is a rare situation, but we have a large and strong tornado making an approach to Pilot Point, Texas. If you know any friends or family in Pilot Point, please contact them. I know we have a lot of viewers that watch out of Pilot Point, and unfortunately, we have a large and strong tornado that is heading right into the Pilot Point area and Tioga here in North Texas. And again, we're live on both YouTube and Facebook, so just an FYI, we're live on both platforms. Yeah, this storm is going to be heading towards a very populated area like McKinney, Texas, if it stays on the ground for that long, which we don't really know. With that said, we still have a large and strong tornado right now, right here. This is still a big tornado that is right over Hemming, still a big debris signature. The debris signature would probably be thicker and larger if this was over a town, like a more populated area like Pilot Point. Unfortunately, this is a big tornado heading right into Pilot Point, Texas. This is a very dangerous situation. It's a considerable threat when it comes to damage. Again, it's going to probably hit some buildings pretty hard here. If you know any friends or family here, give them a call or text. Make sure that they're in their safe place. And this is a particularly dangerous situation for Pilot Point, Aubrey, Sanger, Bolivar, and Tioga here in North Texas. In northern Denton County, southeastern Cook County, and southwestern Grayson County. It's over a lake. Is that where it is right now? I cannot... let me check out the satellite imagery here. If it's over a lake, that might also explain why the debris signature is not as large. Which... I'm going to be honest with you. That debris signature is still pretty big if that's over a lake. It is? Yeah, that is over a lake. Yeah, so this is now turned in probably to a water spout. And it's going to probably be a tornado as it approaches Pilot Point. But again, this is a very dangerous situation. If you're in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter. By the way, the other tornado warning is still PDS. So that, again, this is still a PDS tornado if you're in this area.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So again, this is a large and strong tornado that's heading towards Pilot Point, Texas. You need to get underground if you can, or get to a storm shelter. Get into your basement, your closet, your bathroom. I know there's not many basements here. I'm just saying where your options are right now if you're in this pink polygon. This is picking up significant debris. It just did over Interstate 35. And this is, again, a large and extremely dangerous tornado that is heading towards Pilot Point in Texas. If you know any friends or family here, please make sure that they're getting to their safe place. And feel free to share the stream with them if they're in this area. It is a very dangerous situation right now heading towards Pilot Point. We'll have another radar scan in a second, but we still got a big debris signature over Hemming. Again, there's a lake here, so the debris is not nearly as thick, actually, because of the lake, probably. It's probably just picking up water, fish, whatever might be in that lake, and then it'll eventually be going towards the Mountain Springs Fellowship Bible Church. Ray Roberts Lake State Park will be in the track of this as well.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There's a new tornado warning also for Tulsa, so just heads up here. If you're in Tulsa, brand new tornado warning there, north side of Tulsa. We'll keep a close eye on that one too. All right, here's the latest radar scan. Wait for the reflectivity to update here. Here's the latest velocity scan. So this tornado would be over a lake right now, and that might explain why we don't have much of a debris signature right now. It's because it's probably still over that lake. Again, this is near Hemming, which, just looking at the geography on the map here, this is still over a lake. So there's likely still a large and strong water spout now that's in progress. That would be right over this lake, and you can see it here. Let me take off the radar real quick. So this tornado right now is right over this lake in Hemming. So you can see it here. So it'll be over here somewhere on the southwest side of Hemming. So there might not be a debris signature right now, and it's probably because it's over a lake. And once it gets back over land, it's probably going to continue to be a large tornado as this moves towards Pilot Point. Again, if you're in Pilot Point, you need to continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, the lowest floor possible. Let's hope this thing just kind of occludes out, but it still appears as if this tornado is still in progress, or at least a water spout is in progress right over that lake, going again towards Pilot Point. Still a very dangerous situation if you're in Pilot Point. But the good news is we're not seeing nearly as strong of a hook. Let's hope this kind of like, occludes into the storm. But I'm not super certain that that's going to happen. So this is the latest from the National Weather Service of Fort Worth as of now. They're saying as of 10:52 p.m., that was literally a minute ago, seek shelter now, Pilot Point area. Tornadic circulation is over Lake Ray Roberts State Park at this time, and it will approach Pilot Point in just a few minutes. So again, we still have a large and strong tornado or water spout, which is, again, still a tornado, moving towards Pilot Point. Here's the latest radar scan. So if this is still in progress, it's going to be approaching the west side of Pilot Point. Within the next couple of minutes, this is your last chance. You got to get underground or get whatever your safe place is, a basement or closet, storm shelter, any of those places you need to get to right now if you're in Pilot Point. Have a helmet on as well. There is significant damage, by the way, behind this storm. I'm already seeing some photos. There's definitely some pretty substantial damage. There's some tree damage and there's some power flashes also. I'm not sure exactly where. Yeah, if this tornado's on, if there's still a tornado, it's gonna be over a lake right now, so we don't have any debris signature. It'll be approaching the west side of Pilot Point. The velocities didn't update yet. All right, see if we have any other reports. If you guys do see any reports on Twitter, you can at me at MaxVelocityWX. Try to relay some information here. And we have a tornado approaching Pilot Point right now. If you're in Pilot Point, you need to get to your safe place. There is a large tornado heading in your direction right now. Moving east-southeast. There's a lot of campers in this area from what I'm seeing. So unfortunately, this is hitting a lot of people that don't have sturdy structure. And hopefully they got to a sturdy structure or got into a low-lying ditch, because, campers are not safe in this sort of situation. Not safe at all. We're watching the Tulsa storm closely. That rotation is not that strong right now. I'm mostly concerned right now about this one here in North Texas. We will keep a close eye on it, though. Yeah, that rotation still looks really strong, guys. I mean, it's over a lake, so we don't really have we don't have any sort of CC drop that's definitively showing debris, but once this comes back onto land, it could still be a large and strong tornado heading towards Pilot Point, Texas. And this is in northern Denton County, just north of Little Elm. It'll eventually be going towards McKinney. So if you are anywhere in the path of this, like McKinney or Gunter or Frisco or Princeton, or even Howe, I would make sure that you're staying vigilant. You don't have to be going to your safe place, but I would stay vigilant. They have issued a new tornado watch, which is a particularly dangerous tornado watch. So they actually they added a new PDS tornado watch here, or at least extended it for parts of North Texas, which it does include areas like Bonham, Greenville, McKinney, Denton counties, as well as Sherman and Gainesville. And also a new severe thunderstorm warning for golf ball sized hail now for Sherman, Whitesboro, and Howe. All right, let's check out the radar here. Velocities haven't updated yet, but this right here, if there's a tornado, it would be approaching the west side of Pilot Point. It is a little bit more uncertain if we still have a tornado on the ground, but it does not hurt to get underground and get to your safe place, because this has been doing some damage. and it could do some damage as it goes into Pilot Point. But we haven't had a velocities update here, but that would probably tell us a lot in terms of the rotation if that gets updated here. But if there's a tornado, it's going to be approaching Pilot Point, Texas. So Pilot Point, you need to be in your safe place, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. It's a very dangerous storm right now. We are getting some damage reports right now from the back side of the storm back over near Valley View of some building damage. I don't know the extent of it yet. I've seen a couple of photos, but it's hard to tell at night. So there's been some damage, and that damage will be heading towards Pilot Point right now. Yeah, if you're in Pilot Point right now, you need to run to your safe place. If you're just tuning in and you're at Pilot Point, you just woke up, whatever it might be, you need to get to your bathroom, your closet, whatever it might be, you need to get there now. Because there is a large tornado right now heading right into Pilot Point, Texas. If it is still, in fact, on the ground, it would be going right into Pilot Point. And next in line for this would be Aubrey, Mustang, Spring Hill, Tioga. You should also be doing the same thing, by the way, really anywhere in the pink polygon. But I just want to throw it out there. Pilot Point's really in the direct path. Sanger, Texas, I would stay there at least for a few more minutes just in case. You know, Sanger is a bit further out to the west of where the rotation is, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to be there for just a few minutes here. If you are in Denton, Texas, which is the main city, you don't need to be in your safe place, but I would still be staying weather aware just in case something weird happens down there to the south. Maybe we get, you know, more storm development or something random. Even though it's unlikely, it is still possible. But this is still a PDS tornado warning, which is a particularly dangerous situation, which means a large and strong tornado is on the ground. And unfortunately, we are now getting reports, significant tornado damage being reported near Valley View, Texas, from Storm HQ WX on Twitter. Unfortunately, the damage from what we are hearing is significant. Again, what that exactly means, I don't really know. I've seen some building damage. It's just hard to tell because we don't have any clear-cut, you know, photos or videos yet. But I will keep you posted. Yes, this tornado is still likely on the ground. It is more than likely still in progress heading towards Pilot Point. You need to continue to stay in your safe place. I know we have a lot of viewers from Pilot Point and Aubrey from both North Texas Weather Center and also here on YouTube on Max Velocity. If you're still tuning in, you didn't lose power, you need to continue to stay in your safe place because this tornado would be going right into Pilot Point right now. It's a very dangerous storm. And I think we have a live cam out of Lantana. Let me see if there's anything that we can see on there. Get me off the screen. Not sure if we're going to see anything on that. A new PDS tornado warning now issued for northwestern
This
Collin
is
County.
An emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So brand new PDS tornado warning was just issued. Again, if you are in this warning, you need to continue to stay in your safe place. This is a large and strong tornado that is just going through Pilot Point as we speak. And it will eventually be approaching areas like Anna, Melissa, Gunter, Howe, and Tom Bean. If this does continue, and again, if that tornado is still in fact on the ground, it would be right in here, going right through Pilot Point as we speak, and eventually it'll be making an approach into northwestern Collin County. So if you are in this area, you need to continue to take the storm very seriously. Stay inside, away from windows, on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. This is still a very dangerous storm right now, moving eastbound. And it is still, as of now, a large and strong tornado, which is being radar confirmed as of right now. Which I'm not seeing a debris signature right now, but it's just coming off the lake. It's moving into Pilot Point. We'll see what this looks like in a moment. The tornado, if it is still in fact on the ground, is now going through the southwest side of Pilot Point, Texas. And it would be approaching 1385 Road. And then eventually moving towards Mustang and Spring Hill, and then eventually making its approach into northwestern Collin County, and perhaps even into south parts of Grayson County, which is just south of Sherman. Sherman's not in the path of the tornado, but you are in the path of large to very large hail. This is a live shot out of Lantana, Texas. It's a bit further south of this. Occasional flashes of lightning is all we can see from here, but if we do end up seeing anything that is of interest, we'll let you know. But right now, again, this is still a large and strong tornado, unfortunately, that's moving through Pilot Point, Texas. And at least that's the assumption right now, is that we still have a large and strong tornado there, which is going to continue to move east. And even if we don't, this also could actually be the tornado. That was where I was thinking there might be something. Let me double check here. This actually could be the tornado here, too. The initial tornado was right here. It may have occluded out. We may have just had a handoff. So this might actually be this might be a new tornado that developed on this. I mean, because the leading edge of this did not look as concerning. This might actually be a new tornado over Lake Roberts. And that would be moving east right into, again, northeastern Denton County. Which would make sense. We could have had a handoff here. That rotation is awfully strong, though. I mean, it does not get much stronger than that. Again, if you are in Pilot Point, Gunter, Howe, you need to get underground if you can, or get to a storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. If you are on an above ground area, like a bathroom or a closet, whatever it might be, just try to, if you have a spare mattress, and you're back over here in like northwestern Collin County, I would recommend getting that off the bed or wherever it is. Bring it to you, just in case you do end up getting hit by this tornado. Get a helmet. Whatever it might be, just do what you got to do to be safe, because this is a dangerous storm that is, again, still producing a possibly large and strong tornado, which this appears as if this is now the tornado. So I think we just had a full-blown handoff, and so that is very strong rotation. I don't think Pilot Point's really gotten hit yet. I think we're about to get a tornado now, going into Pilot Point. It looks like we had a handoff here. So it looks like we have a new tornado going right into Pilot Point. This could be a different one from what we just saw. So you need to still stay in your safe place here in Pilot Point. If you're in a mobile home, you need to go to a sturdy structure, or you need to get into a low-lying ditch, because mobile homes are not going to survive a tornado like this. They are going to get completely crushed by something like this. It's just, at that scale, it's the damage that we've already seen. It's a pretty dangerous storm. This is a confirmed tornado once again that's large and strong. That's going to be moving right into Pilot Point. This right here is your tornado. It's over a lake, so we don't have a debris signature. But that right there would be your tornado. It has become completely rain-wrapped now. So this is a fully rain-wrapped tornado that is approaching Pilot Point. I'm getting a report of power lines and 18-wheelers down on Interstate 35 by Lone Oak Drive. For my Facebook viewers, again, we are live on both YouTube and Facebook. I'm just letting you know. I'm reading chat on both. So if you have reports, you can feel free to message me on Facebook. You can also just mention it in the chat. I'll try to relay reports, because I know there's going to be a lot of them. But unfortunately, this is a rain-wrapped tornado. It is 11 p.m. There could be people sleeping here. That's the other concern. So if you know any friends or family here that might even, not know of this, you should give them a call or text, because, this is a dangerous situation right now. With it being nighttime and this being a completely rain-wrapped tornado, it is a very, very dangerous situation going towards Pilot Point. I'm really hoping this tornado lifts before it gets to Pilot Point, because this could be a very bad situation if it hits Pilot Point head on. I mean, this tornado would be going right into Pilot Point if it is still, in fact, on the ground. Here's the latest scan. So northwest side of Pilot Point is where that tornado would be at right now. We actually have looks like a debris signature over Pilot Point, so that actually might be it. Velocities didn't match up with that. We'll see. That's still a completely rain-wrapped tornado right now. This tornado has gotten completely wrapped in the rain, so it's not going to be visible with the naked eye, unless you're, like, inside of it. I hate it when we have tornadoes at night. I hate it, too. I feel for everybody in the path of this, really. I mean, I was watching the storm before we went live, and, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, this storm is just so discreet. There's nothing stopping this, other than just the environment kind of stabilizing. That would be about it, and that's still, I think, a little ways away from now. But if we do have a tornado, it would be in Pilot Point right now. So the worst of this tornado right now is hitting Pilot Point. And if you're just tuning in, again, this is a PDS tornado. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Again, what that means is that we have a large and strong tornado that is in progress near Pilot Point that'll be moving into the direction of Gunter and Howe. So if you're in either of those two areas, again, you need to seek shelter. The tornado warning that's in Tulsa right now, by the way, I've been watching it. The rotation is really broad. Again, we're mostly concerned about the one in Texas right now. They have just updated this warning. It is still a PDS tornado. That is radar confirmed. So we still have a large and strong tornado on this storm that was just updated. Which, again, this is still a large and strong tornado, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, this is still a PDS tornado. They just updated the warning.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So again, Pilot Point is being directly hit by this tornado right now. So if you are in Pilot Point, again, you need... at this point, Pilot Point's already probably been hit. But if you're in Pilot Point still, and for some reason you can still see the stream, again, get to your safe place now. There's a large tornado there. Gunter, Howe, Melissa, Anna, Texas, you need to all be in your safe place. If you're in Anna or Melissa, you have a few minutes. If you have dogs upstairs, whatever the situation might be, you have a few minutes if it's an emergency. But you should be getting there now. Get the helmets ready, get shoes with you, flashlights, just in case this tornado does continue all the way through Anna and Melissa, which is possible. It's a very discreet supercell. So this is a very dangerous situation. If it does stay on the ground, it's going to produce some pretty significant damage as well. PDS tornado, again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Velocities have not updated in a while. I'm trying to get them to update here. Try to see what this looks like. The latest from the National Weather Service of Fort Worth. Pilot Point and Tioga, strong tornadic rotation over Lake Roberts. Heading for Pilot Point. That's as of really about a minute ago. I mean, Pilot Point's probably already been hit by this. And this might cross 377, which could go towards Tioga if it does end up occluding. So if you are in Tioga, you also need to seek shelter in case we do have a left-hand turn with this tornado, which has been a bit more apparent with tornadoes like this. Yeah, unfortunately, these velocities just are not updating. They're not really cooperating. Let me see the other radar site here. This is the southern radar site. This is the terminal radar site. So that tornado, by the appearance, at least from the terminal radar site, may actually be going a bit more north now towards Bloomfield and Tioga. Again, can't really officially confirm that, but that would probably be what we're looking at now. But the velocities have not updated on the main regional radar site, so we don't really have a 100% guarantee on that. You really should be in your safe place anywhere in this pink polygon, and there's really no reason that you shouldn't be there right now. There's really no reason you shouldn't be there. You need to be in your safe place. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If this is on the ground, it's going to be doing some significant damage, and it has, again, been confirmed multiple times here. We've had a big debris signature. Again, it may have just hit Pilot Point directly. Wow. Yeah, we got a large tornado on the ground right now in Pilot Point. There's some big power flashes as of about a minute ago. I'm retweeting the video on Twitter. Unfortunately, right now there is a big tornado that just hit possibly at least somewhere near Pilot Point, maybe the north side. There were some big power flashes as well. And yeah, I mean, this is undoubtedly a tornado. It's just a matter of where it is. I mean, the velocities just have not updated. The CC also doesn't really give us a great representation, but that tornado could be anywhere in here. It could be near Tioga. It could be near Pilot Point. And it will be going eventually towards Gunter and Howe. Now, the terminal radar site shows that strongest couplet north of Pilot Point. Same thing with the other one. So, I mean, again, that tornado might be over there just off to the northwest of Pilot Point, but still continue to stay in your safe place if you're anywhere in the pink polygons. Away from windows, lowest floor possible. The initial PDS tornado warning for Sanger, Valley View, and other parts of Denton County here, this other polygon here, is about to expire. So the main warning would be this one that is currently including Gunter, Howe, northern Collin County, southeastern Cook County, and southern Grayson County, and also parts of northeastern Denton County still included in this. If you are in Sanger, you are okay. Okay, so if you're in Sanger, you're fine. If you're in Valley View, I mean, they got hit by the tornado, but if you're on the west side, you're fine. The warning expires in 2 minutes anyway for that area. The concern is really right now for areas that are, you know, near Pilot Point. This is your tornado, so this is a better view now. So that's your tornado right there, which would still be in progress. And then we might also have some circulation trying to redevelop back over here to the east. So we could have another handoff happening. And we just had a handoff with this, it looked like a moment ago. We could have another one happening here. So we could have a new tornado develop here. We still have one on the north side of Pilot Point. But presumably right there would be a handoff, which we could see basically a second tornado happen here as this moves to the east, going towards Gunter and Anna. And it's a very discrete supercell here. And unfortunately, this is producing some significant damage, at least from what we know. So if you're in this pink polygon, make sure that you are continuing to take shelter if you've not already. You know, any friends or family in this warning, please make sure to give them a call or text. Make sure that they are in their safe place. If you want, you can share the stream with them. Again, we'll be live all the way through the ending of this storm, whenever that is. Originally, we were getting prepared for tomorrow, but I mean, this is getting... this storm's just ridiculous. It's completely discrete and has nothing stopping it. So, unfortunately, this storm is just not what you want to see here at 11:15 p.m. at night. Who would have thought that the worst of the severe weather today would have been in Texas? I mean, this is our second PDS, or technically third now, but third PDS tornado here in Texas. We've had none in Oklahoma today. So this is quite crazy. Again, the two areas I've circled right now would be where the tornado would be. So I have circled two different areas intentionally to show you, because there is a possible handoff happening here southeast of Tioga, which could produce another tornado. The tornado that we currently have is north of Pilot Point. So that is the one that we have confirmed right now, which is potentially large and strong. Yeah, so that looks like what's happening here. So tornado possibly still on the ground north of Pilot Point. We have a new area of circulation developing just southwest of Gunter, moving towards Anna and Melissa, and as well as, what's the other place here? Weston. I thought there was a town here, maybe not. That would be the next area in the track, would be northwestern Collin County and southern Grayson County for a new redevelopment, it looks like, of a tornado. If we do get one, it looks like that would happen right here in the hook. And we have a tornado that has been taking a left-hand turn and occluding back over near Pilot Point, which you can see that debris signature now a bit clear. Debris signature on the north side of Pilot Point. So the tornado that we initially had that was large and strong, I know it's a lot to follow along here with, but this tornado has likely just narrowly missed Pilot Point. And now it's moving north, going towards Tioga. And it's occluding to the left, which means that it should weaken out, but it's still on the ground. We have a new one that is going to be developing here just to the south of Gunter. And as of now, I'm getting reports that there is still power flashes in Tioga. So that tornado is still ongoing here, which is clear. We still have a debris signature there. That tornado is still happening, going towards Tioga. And then we have some sort of redevelopment, it looks like, happening back over southwest of Gunter. So, again, that's just a lot of stuff to take in here, but we have a lot of things happening at once. But this is a very dangerous situation. If you are in the polygon, you need to seek shelter. We are getting damage reports out of Sanger, Texas as well. Tornado damage on 1184 FM, 455 West. Tornado damage in east of Sanger, Texas. And this is, again, from a tornado. Roof damage, pretty evident there. Lots of loose lawn items kind of all over the place. So that's being reported there. And a, yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Let me see if we have anything else here. And I-35 was hit directly with this tornado too, and apparently there's some 18 wheelers that are flipped over, so I'm getting that report as well. Just tuning in again, this is a northern DFW, again in the Metroplex, gonna be for northeastern Denton County, southeastern Cook County, southern parts of Grayson County, and northwestern Collin County. It's a PDS tornado warning as of right now. That is a particularly dangerous situation, meaning that you need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. Get away from windows, get on the lowest floor possible. We have one tornado that is just to the north of Pilot Point approaching Tioga. There are still power flashes being reported with that one, even though it's trying to occlude. And we could have a new tornado developing here, back over west of Anna. So we're just trying to see if we can get some sort of visual on the velocities here and see if they update. But that would be the next area that we'd have to watch for here. Let me get the terminal radar site going here. Yeah, that could be a redevelopment right there. You know, we might be looking at a new tornado again developing back over just to the northwest of McKinney. Yeah. Oh, man, this is not good. We have another large tornado about to drop. If you know anybody in northern Collin County, please give them a heads up. This is another situation where we could have another large tornado dropping right now in northwestern Collin County. This is unbelievable. Wow. This is I mean, we've been talking about it for several minutes now, but it's another handoff, and this is the third handoff we've had with this storm. Another tornadic handoff. Another large tornado is dropping as we speak in northwestern Collin County. That's approaching 289 south of Gunter. And it will be approaching, let me give you some call-outs here. It's approaching Prosper, Texas. A large tornado. Again, this is a large tornado that's dropping again. Another one in northwestern Collin County, near Prosper. Just north of Prosper for reference. Near Salina or Salina. Marley, Gunter are going to be in the track of this. It will be on its way to Weston. Okay, so Weston will be next in track of this. It's currently nearing the old Salina Park. Going to be going towards Route 75, going towards Anna and Melissa. So you need to get underground if you can. Get to a storm shelter, get to your basement, get to your closet, whatever it might be. We have another large tornado that is actively dropping right now in northwestern Collin County. It's, again, worst case scenario right now with this storm. I mean, this is the third different tornado that is trying to drop. It really could not get much worse than this from what we're seeing in this sort of environment. Just awful. These handoffs are horrible. If you guys do have any reports, you can message me on... we are getting power flashes on the west side of Salina, so this is likely on the ground right now. I'm getting a report of that. And if you have any sort of reports, you can at me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. You can also message me on Facebook. North Texas Weather Center is what I'm talking about, because we're streaming on both platforms, on YouTube and Facebook, as this is a very dangerous situation right now, as we have another tornado that is dropping in northwestern Collin County. That is, again, pretty much rain wrapped, so you're not going to see it. And Tulsa may also have a tornado on the ground. So there also might be a tornado on the ground northeast of Tulsa going towards Claremore. It's not officially confirmed, but we may have a tornado there as well. So there might be two different tornadoes on the ground. This is, all right, so this is the one again in northwestern Collin County. That rotation's still very strong. Likely tornado right now heading towards Highway 289, north of Prosper, west of Melissa. This is the storm over in Tulsa, which could also be on the ground. Yeah, that rotation's also really strong. We probably have a tornado going towards Claremore and north of the Catoosa area. So if you're in that area of Oklahoma, you need to seek shelter. We're watching both storms. But it sounds like there's power flashes going towards Claremore. We might have another large tornado dropping in northeastern Oklahoma, northeast of Tulsa. Holy crap. It looks like we have some debris fallout, possibly back over near Pilot Point, by the way. I'm not entirely sure, but that might be some debris fallout there. That's happening back over on the north side of Pilot Point from that first tornado. And then our second tornado that is dropping is again back over in northwestern Collin County, going towards Anna and Melissa. So you need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. And again, we probably have another tornado on the ground near Keatonville, Oklahoma, going towards Claremore, which is another populated area. 2 tornadoes that are happening in very populated areas. I'm trying to cover both of them. It's kind of hard to do both at the same time, but likely a tornado there as well. But again, this is the tornado back over in North Texas, going to be approaching Melissa and Anna, which is still a large and strong tornado. So if you are in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place. That right there is rain-wrapped tornado moving east-southeast. I am keeping a bird's eye view on the one that is currently in Oklahoma as well, which again, from what we know, is likely on the ground as it has as there are power flashes being reported. This warning has been updated. It is still a PDS tornado here in Texas.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Still a large and strong tornado here in Texas. And the one in Oklahoma, I believe, is definitely on the ground. I'm watching the radar on it. Looks like we have a big debris signature west of Claremore in Oklahoma. Trying to get official confirmation on that as well. That's northeast of Tulsa. And again, the reason why I'm mentioning it is because that's another very populated area. And here's the tornado. If it's still on the ground, again, it's going to be approaching Route 289. And again, moving towards Anna and Melissa, Texas. Right now, North Salina, Weston, Anna are in the path of this strong tornado here.
A new tornado warning.
There's a new tornado warning for Pryor Creek, Claremore, Foyle, Salina, back up in Oklahoma. And that's, again, the one I'm still watching very closely. If we get a debris signature, I'm going to hop over to that one as well. This is, again, the confirmed large and strong tornado that is near Gunter and Howe in Texas. Still a large and strong tornado that is going to be heading towards northwestern Collin County. So, again, if you're in this warning, oh, man, we got a huge tornado in Oklahoma. This is awful. Going towards Claremore, Oklahoma, another large tornado. This right here is another big tornado that has just dropped. Right there, big debris signature. Claremore, Pryor, any of these areas, you got to seek shelter. Another large tornado in Oklahoma. Oh, man, this is... I'm going to keep going back and forth here because we got 2 large tornadoes on the ground. I know we have North Texas Weather Center people tuning in. We're going back and forth. Whatever's the most important, we're going to cover. Unfortunately, the one that's back over near Claremore, though, that's a big tornado. That could go PDS or even higher than that. That's another big tornado that's dropping there in the just northeast of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The good news right now is that I'm not seeing a clear debris signature on this storm in northern Collin County in Texas. The bad news is that this could still be producing damage. The rotation, again, is right over 289 north of Prosper and northwest of Melissa. So you need to, again, continue to stay in your safe place if you're in this warning as this moves east, going towards Anna and Melissa. Okay, we're going to keep going back and forth. The Oklahoma one just got a radar scan update. Again, this is now officially a PDS tornado warning in Oklahoma.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
We have a large and potentially deadly tornado that's heading towards Claremore, Oklahoma. This is a very populated area. A big tornado heading right into the heart of Claremore. Unfortunately, this is a very dangerous situation in Oklahoma. Again, this is a very populated area in Claremore. A large and strong tornado right now heading right into the heart of Claremore, Oklahoma. Again, northeast of Tulsa. Going eventually towards Pryor Creek, Adair, Salina, Locust Grove. You need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. We got another large tornado, and this is the latest debris signature. It's about to come in. I'm going to go back to Texas again in a second. We're going to keep going back and forth. It's not super clear, but that right there is your tornado. It's going right into Claremore. It's a large and strong tornado that is going to be heading right into Claremore. Big debris signature still. Wow, that's a debris ball. I cannot believe this. We have a debris ball right now going right through Claremore, Oklahoma. Again, if you're in Claremore, Harmony Star, Oklahoma, Pryor Creek, Locust Grove, Adair, Strang, Salina, Locust Grove, all these areas, again, you need to seek shelter. We got a big debris signature going right through the heart of Claremore here in Oklahoma. This is the one in Texas, which is still going. Oh my God, we have a tornado here too still. We still have a large tornado. I thought this might be going away. We have a debris signature right now on the north side of Prosper and west of Melissa. We have two large tornadoes that are currently in progress. It cannot get any worse than this. They're in two completely different areas. This is west of Anna. It's gonna be approaching Melissa and Anna. We got a big debris signature on this one too. In North Texas. Two PDS tornadoes on the ground. Again, these are two large and strong tornadoes in two different parts, two different states, I should say. Unfortunately, we have a large tornado right now going towards Weston and Chambersville, Texas. And then we have our other tornado going towards Melissa. It's a very dangerous situation no matter where you are right now with these two tornadoes. It's a very dangerous situation. If you know any friends or family, again, in Melissa or Anna, give them a call or text. Make sure they're in their safe place. This is the one in Oklahoma. Again, this is a large and strong tornado moving right into Clarence. This is a very dangerous situation right now for Claremore. We have a big tornado moving right into Claremore. That's a big debris signature. Unfortunately, it's moving through a very populated area here in Oklahoma. Near Claremore, DeGroat, near Interstate 44. Again, we got two different large tornadoes on the ground. No matter what way you split it, this is a very dangerous situation. A particularly dangerous situation, in fact, but it really is. It's a very bad situation. We got the other large tornado, which is unfortunately going to be moving right into Anna and Melissa, Texas. That is another big debris signature moving into Anna and Melissa, Texas. I mean, just for perspective, I'm going to give you a zoom out look here. We got that one confirmed tornado. We got the other one over here in Oklahoma. It's a horrible situation right now. And this is the one near Claremore. We still got a big debris signature on this one. Radar's updating. I'll go back to that in a second. And again, we still got a big tornado moving towards Melissa, Anna, in the north side of McKinney. And that right there is your tornado, which is still in progress. That debris signature is still very apparent. We still have a tornado here, which is going to be moving right into Anna and Melissa. And we got our next radar scan coming in right now in Claremore. Should be updated here in a second. Here's the latest velocity scan. It has an update on here. Right here. Again, you got your large and strong tornado on the northeast side of Claremore. Again, just potentially a destructive tornado right now moving through that area. Yeah, right here. You can see it better now. That's your tornado in Oklahoma. So north of Interstate 44, just to the east of Claremore. There is significant damage being dealt right now to the Claremore, Oklahoma area. I'm getting reports that a school just took a hit from this, which it's 11:30 at night, so hopefully nobody's there. And again, this is moving through a very populated area. I mean, I can't stress it enough. This is not like a small town. It's like a city. northeast of Tulsa, or it's at least a large town if you want to call it that. But we have a big debris signature here. Just a big one. This just hit the J.M. Davis Arms and Historical Museum. Oh, this might go tornado emergency, guys. That is a big debris signature. Near Claremore. Holy cow. And this is still a large and strong tornado right now heading towards Anna and Melissa, Texas. I'm trying to cover both of them at the same time. We are live on, again, both YouTube and Facebook. But we have a destructive tornado right now on the northeast side of Claremore. This could go tornado emergency with how impactful this tornado is right now. It's unfortunately impacting a very densely populated area. The Hillcrest Hospital in Claremore may have just been hit by this. Again, this is a general area of where it is. It is also going to be near the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Claremore. It's again just north of Interstate 44, but that tornado is going to be crossing right over Interstate 44. Unfortunately, again, we got a big debris ball on this. I mean, look at that. A big debris signature right now on the east side of Claremore, Oklahoma. And this will eventually be moving in the direction of Pryor Creek and Adair. And then back to Texas again, because we got a new radar scan, I believe. This tornado does not look nearly as concerning, but we are still watching it closely. I don't see a big debris signature right now, but there is at least still some debris. There's some sort of tornado here, still approaching Anna, Melissa, and it's going to be going through Chambersville, Texas. So continue to stay in your safe place if you're in that warning. But again, we got a big debris ball right now on the east side of Claremore here in Oklahoma. This is a very big life-threatening situation if you are in Claremore. You need to get underground if you can. Get to a storm shelter, get to a basement, get to a closet, because this is a strong, intense, potentially even violent tornado that is moving right across Interstate 44 going towards Harmony Star. It, again, does not get much worse than something like this, and it's a very populated area. A mass casualty event has been declared at a truck stop in Valley View, Texas, with up to 150 people trapped. Oh my goodness. That is horrible. And again, that's the tornado that just ripped through North Texas. Apparently there's 150 people that are trapped. Or up to 150 people that are trapped. According to Scanner. But it's a mass casualty event that's being reported there. This tornado could have not happened at a worse time. This is from Steven on Twitter. Again, truck flipped over, full-blown semi-truck flipped over. Lots of semis apparently flipped over there in North Texas. Retweeting all this stuff on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. Again, we still got a big tornado right now going right over Interstate 44. Again, this is a large and extremely dangerous tornado that is heading right in the direction of Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. And if you're in this warning, you need to get underground if you can. Get to your storm shelter, get to your basement, get to your closet. This is a big tornado right now in Oklahoma. The other storm in North Texas, we're still watching this one. Again, we're going back and forth. This tornado does not have an evident debris signature anymore going towards Melissa. With that said, it has a history of producing tornadoes and could do so again. And if it did lift, it might still be on the ground. The rotation's still quite strong, even on the terminal radar there. So likely still a tornado moving towards Anna and Melissa. So continue to stay indoors, away from windows, lowest floor possible if you are in this tornado warning. But right now, the most concerning tornado that we have right now is this one in Oklahoma, which is, again, currently on the east side of Claremore. We got a very strong tornado that just crossed over Interstate 44. That debris signature is just huge. It's a big debris signature on the east side of Claremore, Oklahoma. Here's the latest CC update. Just coming in now. And it's kind of hard to track this with CC. You have to kind of track it with both, really everything. This tornado is right over Interstate 44, though. Let's see the latest velocity scan here. Wow, I mean, those velocities are just unbelievably strong. We got gate-to-gate shear of over 170 miles per hour on this. I mean, it's a very strong tornado near Interstate 44, near Harmony Star. It's going to be going towards Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. There's serious damage also to a shell station. We have a new tornado warning. I'm not sure what that exactly is. Okay, we have 2 new tornado warnings.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning in Missouri. We have a new PDS tornado warning here in Texas.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
All right, new PDS tornado warning in North Texas. This is not done. It is still on the ground going towards Melissa and Anna, Texas, going towards Blue Ridge, Celeste, Leonard. Again, large and strong tornado still on the ground right now near the Anna area and Melissa. And if you are in this warning, please seek shelter immediately away from windows, lowest floor possible. This has been a dangerous storm for a long time, and there is reportedly still a tornado with this. And it is a large and strong tornado, and this is confirmed by weather spotters. So we still actively have a large and strong tornado right now near Melissa, Texas, and Anna. And that's going to be moving in. Wow, this is unbelievable. That's the tornado right there. This is just unbelievable, guys. It's still going. My heart goes out to everybody in the path of these. I mean, this is just insane. That right there is your tornado. I mean, it's still there. This is, I think, the 4th different tornado that's dropped on this storm that's been large and strong. I think they've all been handoffs, if I'm not mistaken. This is unbelievable. This has been updated still as a PDS tornado warning here in Oklahoma.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Guys, if you know any friends or family in Pryor Creek, Locust Grove, Adair, Salina, anywhere in this pink polygon, please make sure that they're in their safe place. This is a big debris signature. It does not get, again, much more clear than this. This is a big debris ball on radar, and it's going to be right over Harmony Star. That's a potentially violent tornado that's on the ground here in Oklahoma, east of Claremore. The gate-to-gate, again, on this is almost 200 miles per hour. So a potentially at least intense, maybe violent tornado is moving eastbound going towards Pryor Creek. I'm not trying to be dramatic here. I'm just telling you the truth here. This is a very dangerous tornado. We've seen way too many of these this year, and we have another one here in Oklahoma, which is ripping through a very populated area northeast of Tulsa. The radar imagery on this is legitimately insane. This is the other large tornado again in Texas, which we don't have a debris signature here, but it's going through more rural areas until it gets to Melissa and Anna. I have not seen any reports yet out of Claremore, but all I know is it's probably not good. This debris ball is just huge. You know, any friends or family in Harmony Star, Pryor Creek? Pryor Creek is another very populated area. There's significant damage on this storm in Oklahoma. There's significant damage in Claremore. I'm starting to see reports now. This is just a... I mean, it's not... It doesn't appear as if it's a huge tornado, but it is a very strong and potentially violent tornado. This is at least, it's probably about a half a mile wide for a tornado moving again in the direction of Pryor Creek, Lone Chapel, and Green. And again, it's traveling right along Interstate 44 here between Claremore and Lone Chapel. So if you are, again, in this area and you're a truck driver, I would avoid this area if you can. Because this is just, again, a very intense tornado that is moving towards Interstate 44. This is the one in Texas. If we still have a large and strong tornado, again, it's on the west side of Anna and Melissa near Route 75, and it's going to be approaching Blue Ridge and Celeste and Leonard, Texas next. There's some significant structural damage to a Shell truck stop over in Valley View. Again, there are photos on our Twitter page. I'm getting a lot of reports of it from that particular tornado. This is just such a dangerous tornado right now. It's going to be crossing right back over Interstate 44 here in Oklahoma. North of Harmony Star. This is a very strong tornado. It doesn't matter what the warning type is. Again, it could be a tornado emergency. It could be a normal tornado warning. You should treat all warnings seriously. When I say that, though, this warning in particular, you need to take seriously. You need to be in a safe place, and you need to get underground if you can. Because this is a very strong tornado. Even if it's not large, it is strong. There's a big debris ball on radar that is being picked up here near Interstate 44. The latest couple of scans, it was initially going east. It has taken a small turn to the left here, so it's starting to approach more of Interstate 44, just southwest of Lone Chapel. And it apparently, again, this could be as much as a half a mile wide right now. So this is possibly upwards of a half a mile wide for a tornado. Again, this is a very dangerous tornado right now. This could be violent. It's definitely going to be a deadly tornado with how intense this is, but it could be a violent tornado moving through the east side of Claremore, again, near Harmony Star. You know, any friends or family here, please give them a call or text anywhere in the pink polygon. But this right here is just not what you want to see. Just a big debris signature. Next radar scan's coming in right now. And I mean, this storm has not shown signs of weakening yet. Back to Texas, we do still have the PDS tornado warning. This, again, would be your large and strong tornado. It's approaching Route 75 right now in North Texas. Going to be going towards Anna and Melissa. And Chambliss is also in the track of this. So, again, you need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. But that right there, again, is your... If this tornado is indeed still on the ground, that would be where it is. And that rotation, still very strong, and it likely is still on the ground here. All right, let's go. We're going to keep going back and forth. Just kind of focusing on what is the most concerning. This tornado is beginning to wrap into the storm. That right there, again, is your large and strong tornado that's moving towards Lone Chapel. But this is I mean, man, the velocities are just off the charts here. We have 115 versus 88. I mean, gate-to-gate shear here is over 200 miles per hour. This is a very strong, intense, possibly violent tornado. Likely a violent tornado that is moving right now through northeast Oklahoma, just to the east of Claremore and just northeast of Tulsa. So again, get underground if you can. If you have a mattress, a spare mattress, get that off the bed. If you're in Pryor Creek or Salina. And again, worst case scenario right now is evolving with both of these storms. Like literally, it's horrible. It is really horrible what we're seeing right now. I mean, I'm surprised. I wouldn't... A tornado emergency at this point, I would think would be issued for this, but it doesn't really matter what it is. It's a very large, it's at least a large and a strong tornado that's moving through here in northeast Oklahoma. Mass casualty response declared for both tornadoes. Here's the latest scan. Oh my goodness. That's a debris ball. That black area is legitimately debris. Oh my god. I mean, this tornado is almost undoubtedly intense and possibly, again, violent. We had this with the Greenfield tornado, I think, too. Yeah, the Greenfield tornado that we had the other day, we had black showing up on the reflectivity. That only usually happens with debris signatures if it's a strong and intense tornado. Holy crap. We don't have a debris signature on the Anna one, but, I mean, that rotation's still very strong. If there is still a tornado on the ground here in North Texas, it would be on the southwest side of Anna approaching Melissa. And again, we're live on both North Texas Weather Center on Facebook and on Max Velocity on YouTube. I just want to reiterate that for those that are watching on Facebook, we're trying to cover both storms because, I mean, both of them are extremely concerning. We have 18,000 people watching on YouTube right now, and a lot of these people need information on both of the storms. So, again, I didn't really think we'd get something like that in Oklahoma all of a sudden, but we're kind of going back and forth right now between the two storms, and the one that's here in Oklahoma is undoubtedly the most concerning that we have. This is a huge tornado right now, moving towards Lone Chapel and Green and Pryor Creek. That couplet right now is just very strong. I've been shaking with chills this entire time. Just want to throw that out there. Like, this is a horrible situation for everybody. This tornado's been on the ground for over 15 minutes, and that debris signature just has not shown any signs of getting smaller. This is still a big tornado. Moving towards Pryor Creek, Adair, Strang, Ribbon, the Spavinaw area of Oklahoma, Salina. I have no words. It's a horrible situation. It's a very strong tornado. It's impacting thousands of lives right now. I mean, this is not a small town. I mentioned this before. This is a fairly populated area northeast of Tulsa. Pryor Creek is also pretty populated. I mean, there's just 66,000 people live in this warning. It's a very populated area. And it's still going. It's right now crossing right over N270 road. I'm gonna try to give some callouts on this as well. This just went on the northeast side of Harmony Star. This is gonna be approaching Route 69, and it could be approaching the Hillcrest Hospital. The Hillcrest Hospital, you need to be in your safe place in Pryor. And also Pryor Creek Recreational Center is in the track of this. The KLA Mart Warehouse is also in the track of this, large, and that is just such a big debris signature. That's the debris ball. We still have black popping up on there, and that's some pretty serious debris. Approaching Pryor Creek. This is going to be going towards Pryor Tag Agency, Pryor Middle School. If this does enter the town of Pryor, that is where it's heading. The hope is that this stays north of Pryor and stays in these like rural areas here. Green would be in the track of this, but like this is more rural. If it goes anywhere down near Pryor Creek, this is impacting another large town. But this is producing some significant damage right now here in Oklahoma. We have another tornado warning. I'm not sure what this one is.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning in southern Kansas. So that's the new one. Let me go back down to Texas really quick on the other PDS tornado. If we still have a tornado again, it's going to be between Anna and Melissa. And again, this is still a PDS tornado. You need to be in your safe place Away from windows, lowest floor possible. Again, we got 2 large and strong tornadoes on the ground. This one will be approaching Melissa and Anna right now, going towards Blue Ridge. I mean, guys, this debris signature. Wow. Reflectivity like this just does not happen that often. Apparently the debris is being lifted up 30,000 feet into the atmosphere. This is a violent tornado that is moving towards Pryor Creek and Green. You need to get underground if you can. The debris signature is going very high up. You can even see it on here. I mean, this is the tilt. That was a tilt 4. This tornado is now approaching the north side of Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. You need to seek shelter. And this is still a PDS tornado warning. They just updated it.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So Pryor Creek, you need to seek shelter. We got a very strong tornado heading in your direction. I'm hoping this occludes before it gets there, but I mean, it has not shown any signs of that. We still got a big debris signature on radar. We still got a big debris ball that is heading right towards Pryor Creek. Hopefully it stays on the north side of town, but right now it's hard to tell if it will. It could go any direction at this point. And if you're in Locust Grove, Salina, you got a few minutes, but you need to consider where you're going. Because this is a large, strong, and, again, possibly violent tornado that is heading into Pryor Creek. Again, it could not get much worse than this. It really couldn't. That right there is your debris ball. Moving into the northwest side of Pryor Creek. That debris ball is moving right towards Pryor Creek right now. The north side of Pryor Creek includes the Hillcrest Hospital in Pryor, a storage house, a Aspire Salon and Spa, the Pryor Creek Mennonite Church, J&J Tree Service, ODOT Mays County Highway Office or something like that is in the track of this as well. The Rockin' G Animal Shelter could also be in the track of this, if it does continue in the direction it looks like it's going to, which is directly to the east. We may have another large tornado in Arkansas City in southern Kansas now. If you're in Arkansas City, if you're in Silverdale, if you're in Dexter, you need to seek shelter. We might have another large tornado now in southern Kansas. The tornado warning in Texas, by the way, has been downgraded to radar indicated. So just an FYI, if you are in McKinney or any of those areas, again, just continue to stay in your safe place. But that tornado, at least for right now, has been downgraded to radar indicated. If you are... We have another tornado warning in Missouri. Wow.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, so that one's going to be south of Sedalia. And that rotation right now is not that weak, going towards Bolivar, Missouri. We still got a tornado on the ground just to the west-northwest of Pryor Creek. The last few scans do show this slowing down just a little bit, but we still have a tornado there that's going to be moving towards Pryor Creek. Still a pretty sizable debris signature. We still got a debris ball on radar that is currently moving east towards Pryor Creek and Route 69 going towards Adair. So again, if you are in this warning, you need to continue to stay in your safe place here in Oklahoma, away from windows, lowest floor possible. I mean, all the storms right now are waiting to fire off until now, which is just insane. And we likely have another tornado again back over near Arkansas City. That damage report's from 4 hours ago. There is some good news right now in the Oklahoma tornado, all right? There's a little bit of good news, at least right now. The radar is not showing as large of a you know, a reflectivity debris ball. The velocities have weakened scan to scan. Let's hope that trend continues. We still have a tornado for sure moving towards Pryor Creek, Oklahoma, but the scan to scan radar here is definitely showing some slightly weaker, or, you know, not at least not as large of a tornado right now. The other thing to think about here is that we still have a large debris signature here, so we still have a lot of debris that's going to be moving into Pryor Creek, and that is going to be the debris fallout from this as it goes into Pryor Creek. So this is still a very dangerous tornado, and even if it's not on the ground, it is still picking up quite a bit of debris, moving towards Pryor Creek, Green, and Adair here in northeastern Oklahoma. This is the latest scan. You can see that there. Wow, that is a... I mean, it went through a very populated area in Claremore, but this could have been even worse if it kept going through Pryor Creek. And you can probably think these little storms that just formed to the south of that may have occluded it, actually. So it looks like, at least on the most recent scan, this tornado may have just occluded. There is still a big debris fallout right now over Pryor Creek. And also, just keep in mind, this could recycle. So if you are in Rogers, Springdale, Fayetteville over in northwestern Arkansas, still stay vigilant. If you are in Pryor Creek or the Colcord area, or Jay in you know, in Oklahoma here, stay vigilant. This could very easily recycle and drop another tornado. Again, there's a likely tornado near Silverdale, Kansas. And then the one in Texas, again, that rotation still broader than before. So we're not seeing any debris signature anymore on this storm. There is some convection that developed out in front of this, which is creating a storm merging situation. If this continues for a while, that tornado threat might just kind of stay low. If we only have a couple of storm mergers here and it keeps tracking east, it could re-intensify and produce another tornado threat as it goes towards Greenville. Broad circulation on the storm in Missouri. I'm just trying to update you on a few of these other ones. The one in Lincoln is broad. Okay, so we got... Really, the main concern right now is anything discrete in either Kansas or in Oklahoma or in Texas. All right, so we got 3 different discrete supercells that all have capabilities of producing tornadoes. And again, this one near Arkansas City and Silverdale, that one's likely on the ground going towards Silverdale and Maple City. So if you are in this pink polygon, you need to seek shelter, get underground if you can, get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. Just north of Melissa, as of 5 minutes ago, there were still power flashes that were being intermittent. Photo of a fairly sizable wall cloud, or potentially even almost a wedge looking tornado there, back over near Melissa, Texas. We'll wait for the next. We'll go back to this storm for now. And this is the one in Oklahoma that's been large and strong for quite a while. It looks like we still possibly have a tornado here, which would be moving into the northwest side of Pryor Creek. And it will be, again, directly impacting Pryor Creek here in Oklahoma. So if you're in this warning, you need to continue to stay in your safe place. Even though the tornado has likely occluded, it is still likely in progress moving into Pryor Creek. Is Storm Runner Media live? I haven't even... I didn't even think about that. Oh, yeah, they are running into some damage there. They're in Claremore right now, trying to help some people out with damage. I kind of forgot about that. Right, he was live. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, there is still possibly a tornado on the north side of Pryor Creek. And again, this will be moving into the north side of Pryor Creek near Route 69 south of Green. This will be impacting the Aspire Salon and Spa, Storehouse, Rockin' G Animal Shelter, and the Pryor Creek Mennonite Church. If it does stay on the ground, those are the locations it's directly going to impact. Which it's uncertain. The velocity is an update, but we still got a debris signature here on the north side of Pryor Creek. This could either be fallout or it could still be some sort of tornado that's on the ground, moving eastbound. Just south of Green, and just to the north of Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. I do think this storm, even if it did occlude, it's probably going to reorganize. And we could see that over here. Yeah. We could be witnessing another handoff. And if that happens, we could get another strong and large tornado here near Salina, Oklahoma. So we need to continue to watch this storm extremely closely. The one in Kansas just got updated. It is still radar indicated, so nothing officially confirmed here. But we could, again, still have a tornado with this at any time. As that moves through Silverdale, Maple City, the Dexter area as well. All watching those areas very closely. Again, the storm in Texas right now has fully occluded for the time being, but we have storms developing here, and if this can reorganize, we could get another large and strong tornado. The threat is not done if you are here in North Texas near Greenville or McKinney, so you need to continue to stay weather aware. It is not done there yet, and this storm is also not done yet. We have a handoff happening more than likely near Salina. We could get another large and strong tornado here as this continues to move to the east, so we have to continue to watch that very closely. With all that said, there is no PDS tornado warnings now. So every warning's been back down to radar indicated. We are still continuing to watch this storm near Salina. If you're east of Pryor Creek, you need to continue to stay in your safe place as we could get another large and strong tornado if this recycles successfully, which it very possibly could, as this does continue to move to the east. Now, if you are watching us on Facebook at North Texas Weather Center, I am going to shut down the stream and we'll be live on YouTube. That is at Max Velocity WX. Again, we've been live on both platforms. If you need to continue to have weather coverage, I'll post a link in the chat on the Facebook stream. And you can check us out. It's Max Velocity. All right. We've been streaming on both platforms this entire time, but the main concern is kind of shifting a little bit. So if you need live coverage, again, the link will be in the chat and it'll also be over on Max Velocity on YouTube. All right. All right, now we're just on YouTube. All right, so again, if you're just tuning in, we have a potentially recycling storm here, potentially a handoff happening east of Pryor Creek near the Salina area, and we could get another large and strong tornado with this. That is the next concern that we need to be focusing on here. Okay. I am not excited about this storm. I think it's going to try to drop again. I mean, we got a big RFD surge on this going towards Salina, and we could have another large and strong tornado happening here in a moment. The one down there is still radar indicated. Let's go back to Kansas again. We may have a tornado again near Silverdale. It's uncertain, but in Silverdale, Kansas, near Vinton and Maple City, we could still have a tornado developing here. So keep that in mind. Again, it's a storm that is definitely starting to organize. But again, this one right now that's here in Oklahoma, it still looks very concerning. You can see the rotation. It's ramping up, guys. This is trying to recycle. And again, this will be moving in the direction of Strain and Ribbon and the Spavina area and Salina. So all those locations still included in this particular area. All right. Also, if you do see any reports on Twitter of anything, you can at me on Twitter at MaxVelocityWX. I'm going to continue to relay reports. Again, from what we know, there's a mass casualty event in Valley View, Texas. That is reportedly from a truck stop there with up to 150 people that are trapped. That is as of a... and again, that's as of about 20 to 30 minutes ago. We are also now just getting major damage reported in Claremore, Oklahoma. And we are still watching for a redevelopment here of a tornado near Pryor Creek, or just east of Pryor Creek. We still have debris in the atmosphere near Pryor Creek, so continue to stay in your safe place if you are in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma, as there is still actively debris that is in the atmosphere near Pryor Creek. All right. Yes, again, this is recycling. It's trying to, at least. It's not a guarantee, but this storm is trying to recycle. All right. And what that means is that we could see another large and strong tornado like we just had develop in the same area. So this is not a situation where you should say, oh, I'm going to go to bed now if you're in like the Spavana area or whatever. This is trying to develop again. It's not done. And it looks like it might be on the ground already. This could be already on the ground. We're going to have to wait to verify that. We could have another large and strong tornado on the ground just to the southwest of Hoot Owl, near Tip, and near Salina in Oklahoma. Can't fully confirm this yet because the other radars have not updated. But once they update, we'll check it out. But that looks like it's probably about to be on the ground if it's not already. On the north side of Salina, Oklahoma. No debris signature as of the latest scan. But again, this is the area that we're looking at for that redevelopment of a tornado. And it might take a scan or two to get that debris signature verifying this tornado. But that looks like it's going to be on the ground going towards Kenwood, Bull Hollow, the Tag Flats area, and north of Route 412, north of Twin Oaks, north of Leech, south of Strang, southwest of the Spavana area. We have a likely strong tornado developing, possibly large, on the north side of Salina here in Oklahoma. Somebody's saying that lights are flickering in Salina. Still there. Still strong rotation as of right now. Near Salina, power flashes. It might be the RFD surge. We'll see if there's a debris signature here in a second. Bad big power flashes on Highway 20 at Salina. Denton County does not have a warning, no. Okay, that might be a tornado. That right there looks like at least a beginning of a tornado north of Salina. So we may have a debris signature now popping up on the north side of Salina. Again, there have been reports of power flashes. So that could be a tornado. It's not verified completely, but that could be a new tornado. The storm that's in Kansas, again, that rotation, I'm not seeing a whole lot right now, so it looks like it's not nearly as concerning, but we're keeping a close eye on that. And then we still have the tornado warning northeast of our northeastern Collin County in Texas. Still got some circulation in here southwest of Leonard. That could still drop another tornado. And if it does, it is fully rain wrapped. The tornado warning north of Springfield has been let to expire. The rotation that's back up near Cole Camp is still broad in Missouri. Oh man, we have another tornado on the ground. This is gonna go PDS probably.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Another big debris signature south of Hoot Owl near Salina, Oklahoma. The reports of the power flashes, they're definitely no joke. That's a strong tornado developing here near Hoot Owl in the Spavana area. You need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. If you are over in Kenwood, Bull Hollow, or Tag Flats, Oklahoma, you also need to seek shelter. This is another large and strong tornado that's dropping near Salina. Another big debris signature. Wow. And this is now officially an observed tornado warning.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately. A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning also in Texas. That's going to be for Commerce and Leonard. So continue to stay in your safe place. If you're in the pink polygon, Wolf City, Ladonia, the Nave, Landville, Celeste areas, you all need to continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible. But unfortunately, we got another tornado on the ground right now, south of Hoot Owl, north of Salina, moving towards Kenwood, Bull Hollow, and Cloud Creek, Colcord, Sycamore, here in Oklahoma. Again, a potentially large and strong tornado is now in progress. We got another debris ball popping up on radar here, south of Hoot Owl, north of Salina. Let's just hope that this is not on the ground for a super long amount of time. Unfortunately, it's discreet. It's not gonna weaken very quickly. This is not a good situation again. We had another large and strong tornado. It's not the same tornado as before either. Oh, man. This is right over Highway 20 right now. There's a big debris signature right now, south of Hoot Owl. Northeast of Salina. Let me try to give you some idea of where this is going to be heading towards. Give me 1 second. I got to find the locations here. Right now, this tornado is hitting the Blue Springs Church and the Homeward Bound Church. And it's going to be going towards the Wick Life School and the Wick Life Cemetery. That is the exact path of where this tornado is going. It's going. If this continues in the same direction, right along Highway 20, it will be hitting those 4 locations. The Ozark Winery will also be hit by this tornado. But this is unfortunately another tornado that is likely going to be large and strong, picking up significant debris. It's another big debris ball right now, south of Hoot Owl, going towards Spavana. It's again going to hit the Wick Life Cemetery, the Wick Life School, the Homeward Bound Church, and the Blue Springs Church here in northeastern Oklahoma, on another large tornado most likely that's developing here, just to the east of Claremore, northeast of Tulsa. It's the same area that we've been talking about for a long time now. And unfortunately, this is another dangerous situation. You need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible if you are in this warning, and in an interior room of your home or building. But this is a tornado that's on the ground, and it's going to be heading towards Spavana, Tag Flats, and Kenwood and Ucha here in northeastern Oklahoma. Here's the latest scan. Still got the tornado on the ground. The debris signature may have just dove to the south a little bit of those 4 locations. It may have just hit the Homeward Bound Church. It looks like right now it's going to be trying to go towards the Blue Hole Park near Kenwood Road. Kenwood Grocery Store will be in the track of this as well, right along School Road. So if this continues, which it's likely, that's where the tornado is currently heading. It's going right towards Kenwood here in Oklahoma. All right, let me quickly check on the other storms. We're going to, again, go back and forth a little bit. Just, I'm going to want to make sure everything else is hopefully not as bad as this. The storm near Maple City, that rotation still appears broad. We still have a tornado warning near Cole Camp, Missouri. That one's broad. And then the one that's back over in northeastern North Texas, we still got strong rotation over Celeste. So still a strong couplet here near Celeste, Texas. If you are in Celeste, Wolf City, Leonard, Commerce, or Ladonia, you need to continue to stay in your safe place. The latest scan shows it a little bit weaker, but you need to continue to stay in your safe place if you are in this warning. Here's the latest This is again the latest scan. We still got our debris signature here. Does not look as large as before. Hopefully that continues. The radar's kind of coming in inconsistent right now, but that's the debris signature. Still got some debris being lifted up into the atmosphere east of Salina, going towards Kenwood, Oklahoma. Let's hope it occludes entirely. I'm sick of these tornadoes. They are just so bad. We've just had multiple large tornadoes in the last, how long? We've only been live for like 2 hours here tonight. We've had multiple large tornadoes here in just the last 2 hours. We had like 4 different ones in Texas from the handoffs. We've now had, this possibly was another one, but we've now had at least one in Oklahoma, and this one's definitely still in progress, but let's just hope this thing dies out. I mean, this has just been awful. I'm seeing a lot of reports of damage, by the way, in Claremore, and as well as in Valley View, Texas, but Claremore, Oklahoma, I am seeing a lot of damage there. The damage north, oh, man. This is from Jake Levine on Twitter. I mean, this is just awful. This is over in just north of Denton in Valley View. Man. I mean, I'm speechless. It's horrible. There's just a lot of major damage to buildings along I-35 near Long Oak Road, too, between Valley View and Sanger in North Texas. But there is substantial damage in a lot of different areas. And we're still watching this storm, which may still have a tornado on the ground as this moves east. If you guys do see any reports on Twitter, you can at me at MaxVelocityWX. I'm continuing to watch it very closely. Just trying to relaying information here. Watching this too. Watching a lot of different things. But there's major damage right now near Sanger, Texas from that tornado. And an RV park took a direct hit in Lake Ray Roberts. And reportedly, as of 18 minutes ago, in Lake Ray Roberts, Texas, somebody is reported to be stuck underneath an RV that flipped. This is some of the damage. This is from Miles on Twitter. I mean, just, it's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, we likely still have some sort of tornado right now south of Spavinaw, Oklahoma, moving eventually towards Colcord, Oklahoma. And you need to continue to stay in your safe place if you're in this area. It's not as large as the first one, but it's still a tornado moving eastbound. Yeah, the tornado warning in Missouri was just canceled. We have no tornado warnings in Missouri right now. That was an RV park, yeah, unfortunately. And Pilot Point, I think, has a pretty big RV park, and so a lot of people that were at that RV park were just hit by that tornado, you know, not too long ago. I mean, I really cannot believe what we've just witnessed in the last 2 hours. I thought tonight wouldn't be too bad after we got off, like, 3 hours ago. I thought, you know, maybe there might be another isolated tornado or two, maybe something strong briefly, but we had two storms in particular. This one and the one back down in Texas that absolutely just popped off after sunset. And I think I know why, but it just, you know, it sucks. It really does suck. Look at Storm Runner Media. Just let me pull them up again. Are they still looking at damage there? This is Storm Runner Media in Claremore. So there's some damage here. Actually, do I have them on here? I don't know if I have them on here. Let me check. I do not. Wait, give me 1 second. Let me pop them in on here. We'll put them up on the screen. They're looking at some damage there in Claremore. This is from Storm Runner Media. Sorry. There's no new tornado warning. I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Alright, let's go here.
It looks like it's as under control as it can be. The only thing that we could probably help do is remove trees, and we don't even have a saw.
So that's some of the damage in Claremore right now. Again, they're doing search and rescue. Making sure everybody's safe there.
So, that being said, I don't know how much more help that we.
But there's definitely some damage there, and I don't know what part of town they're in. Again, this particular part of Claremore is probably right about where the tornado went through. If not, it went through like maybe a little bit further to the north or east. But there's definitely some damage here in the Claremore area. All right. Again, we're still watching the storm that is going to be going towards Colcord eventually, which is still producing the potential for a tornado. There might still be one on the ground. That will be approaching Bull Hollow and Kenwood here in Oklahoma. Again, right here would be where that tornado is. So that's going to be moving to the east, going towards Colcord. We have a very strong RFD surge, which still makes me believe that we could get something strong here if it does tighten again. And that'll eventually go towards Colcord. And again, northwestern Arkansas would be the next area in the track of this. But we still have a big RFD surge here. Yeah, there's some major damage in Texas. Unfortunately, we have major damage being reported in a couple different areas.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning for Cedarvale, Sedan, and Peru and Kansas. And that is why. That is some strong rotation right now. That's going to be going right in the direction of Cedarvale and headwinds right here along the Oklahoma and Kansas border. Again, if a tornado drops here, it could be large and strong in this environment. You need to seek shelter if you're in this warning, away from windows, lowest floor possible. We have some radar views of this. We're kind of in between 3 here. But that rotation is pretty strong, and that is either hail or maybe a debris signature. Let me kind of go back a little bit here. It might just be hail, but if we do have a tornado, it would be moving towards Cedarvale, Hewins, and Elgin here in Kansas. It will be diving down here in Oklahoma, so there will probably be a new warning, like right along the border here at least, in northern Oklahoma, and that would include areas near Grainola and the Elgin area, north of the 4-acre area. So all those areas need to continue to stay weather aware and stay vigilant. We are back down now to a normal tornado warning, so no longer on the ground. But we still have a tornado warning that is for the storm that's east of Pryor Creek. I do want to remind you, it could drop another large tornado if it continues in that direction with that very strong RFD surge. So we are still watching that potential very, very closely as that continues to move east. We do have more storms developing here west of Fort Smith. We'll have to watch these closely. This area is not under a tornado watch, but you know, these are discrete supercells, so or storms at least, and those could maybe produce a tornado threat down the road. The good news is that right now the rotation, we have not seen a tornado, at least on this storm, in a while in Texas. Let's hope it stays that way. But if you are in Commerce or Leonard, you need to continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible. I am retweeting a really crazy photo on Twitter, by the way, if you want to check it out. It's the before and after of damage back over in Valley View and Sanger. It's heartbreaking. We still got strong rotation on this storm right along the Kansas and Oklahoma border. All right. Storm Intermedia is still driving through some of the areas. Again, I'm going to keep a close eye on them. They're still driving through some of the damage areas there in the Claremore, Oklahoma area. So still keeping a close eye there. All right. And we still have a potential for redevelopment here southeast of the Spavana area here in Oklahoma. The big RFD surge still, but it might struggle to redevelop. We'll see. It's been struggling a little bit here over the last few minutes. So we'll see what happens as that continues to move eastbound. And then the other storm near Bolivar, again, this one has a tornado possible label on it in Missouri, but it looks mostly like a wind and hail threat. So I don't think we're too concerned about that storm right now. So really the most concerning storms that we have right now are the ones that are here in southern Kansas, the one in eastern Oklahoma, and the one back over in North Texas. And here's some damage that was dealt to a school in, this is from Storm Runner Media, back over in Claremore, Oklahoma. While they drive around here for a quick second, I'm going to take a quick 60-second break. I'll be back in like 60 seconds.
People from getting flats at least.
Right. I was gonna say watch it in case they don't get poked by it.
That's what I was trying to prevent. Thank you, Blue. We appreciate it. Alrighty, guys. Well, we're gonna go try and get
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we have a new tornado warning. That's going to be for those near Grainola in northern Oklahoma. That's on the same storm. We got 3 tornado warnings on the same storm here, near Cedarvale, Elgin, Sedan, and all these areas included in this tornado warning that was just issued in northern Oklahoma. Again, if you're in this warning, stay in your safe place. This storm in particular is very discreet, and it could end up producing a tornado as it moves to the east-southeast. So it is still a dangerous storm as it is, again, relatively discreet right now. And again, the other storm that's back over in Oklahoma is still trying to develop. We're still watching for at least some level of a tornado risk. As this does continue to move east, it'll eventually go towards Colcord here in eastern Oklahoma.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There's a new one issued. I'm not sure where. Apparently. Oh, okay. It's in Missouri. All right, so a new tornado warning in Missouri. This is for Bolivar and Halfway. So if you are in this tornado warning, again, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. If you are, again, in Bolivar or Halfway. Once again, moving eastbound. Back up to 6 tornado warnings. Also, tornado watch has been extended again. This tornado watch in North Texas now goes until 2 a.m. So 2 a.m. for this tornado watch, which is still the PDS tornado watch for Northeast Texas and Northeastern North Texas. So this has been expanded. It still goes now until 2 a.m. tonight. And we're still watching for some, at least tornado threat here as this moves towards Colcord, Oklahoma. Again, that'll eventually be moving in the direction of northwestern Arkansas. All right. And then we're still watching the storm that's back over here in northern Oklahoma and southern Kansas, which still has a large, strong, but broad area of circulation. It is a discrete supercell, so if this does produce, it could be strong. So you need to continue to stay in your safe place if you are in this area of tornado warnings. All right. Well, I do have to say, the morning stream tomorrow is probably going out the window because of this. Just gonna throw that out there. Unfortunately, we have all sorts of, you know, tornadoes that are deciding to happen now instead of hours ago. And it looks like that rotation is strong again near Colcord, Oklahoma. Yeah, we got tightening again on this area of rotation going towards Colcord, Oklahoma. Again, this could be another strong tornado if it does drop. Also, this is from Storm Chaser Zachary Hall. This was potentially a large tornado that went right through Melissa, Texas earlier. So Storm Chaser Zachary Hall on Twitter. But that right there was your large tornado earlier back over in Melissa. Yeah, that's a beast. That is a beast. But with that said, we have another potentially strong tornado developing right now going towards Colcord in Oklahoma. This is definitely intensifying again right now in Oklahoma. Strong couplet moving towards Colcord, Oklahoma. If you're in the warning, you need to continue to stay in your safe place as this continues to move east. Yeah, if you guys see any reports on Twitter, you can continue to feel free to at me. At Max Velocity WX on Twitter. Just kind of relaying reports right now. But looks like we could have another tornado developing right now, and that one's wrapping pretty hard. Yeah, that's a tornado. More than likely a tornado. Trying to verify the CC here with the velocities. But presumably another tornado on the ground near Bowl Hollow in Oklahoma. And it's 12:35 a.m. Unbelievable. It's just so late at night. And some of these people, I mean, they might be sleeping. So if you know anybody tonight that's in a tornado watch, just make sure that they have multiple ways to receive alerts. But yeah, that right there is a tornado that's on the ground in Oklahoma.
This is an urgent alert, a tornado is on the ground, seek shelter immediately.
Another tornado on the ground, another debris signature, pretty thick one too, right over that area near Bull Hollow, Oklahoma. Seek shelter if you're in this warning, away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. And in an interior room of your home or building. I mean, really, this tornado threat could not be happening at a worse time of the day. It just couldn't. And unfortunately, we have another tornado on the ground over Bull Hollow, Oklahoma. Not officially confirmed, but I mean, that debris signature just gives it away. A very tightening area, very tight area of rotation as well. I mean, everything's there for this to be a tornado. Wow. That's from the other day. Wow, that's crazy. If you're just tuning in, this is a tornado on the ground right now near Bull Hollow, Oklahoma. This is, again, a storm that has now produced 3 separate tornadoes at this point. And, again, that's going to be moving towards Colcord. And if you are in Colcord or Route 59, please make sure to seek shelter, even in Colcord, even if you're not in the warning. You're going to be right in the track of this. All right, the latest radar scan does show this might be also occluding. I'm not sure what's going on out here, but that could be concerning too. It's the most recent velocity scan that we have. Yeah, this is your tornado. So we definitely still have a tornado on the ground north of Bull Hollow, Oklahoma. So we still got a debris signature there. So still a tornado in progress in Bull Hollow, Oklahoma. And then just to the west of Colcord, we might have something developing here. Another possible handoff, maybe. A den developing there. Which is just crazy to say, but at this point, that could be happening again. This storm is recycled and produced 3 separate tornadoes, and we could get a 4th one. Brewing another pot of coffee. I might have to get like 25 cups of coffee at this point. We're still watching Bolivar, Missouri for a tornado potential 2. I don't see any rotation, but that is a hook if I've ever seen one. Got another hook echo on that storm near Bolivar, Missouri. Wow. Still got rotation on the storm near Cedarvale. Let's go back down to Texas real quick. The Greenville tornado warning, or just north of Greenville, still continues, but I don't think that one will continue for much longer. That rotation's much broader unless something changes drastically. As of right now, it's predominantly a wind and hail threat. All right. You've got to be kidding me. If these storms go crazy here, I'm just... This has just been horrible. I know I keep saying that, but like legitimately, you know, we were live for 6.5 hours earlier. We had probably about 6 tornadoes, but a lot of them were just brief. Every single tornado has waited to happen until like after 10 o'clock tonight. The first tornado began right around 10:30 or so, 10:40, and we've had 2, you know, devastating, possibly even catastrophic tornadoes happen, and we have possibly more to come. This event is not winding down at all. It's still going. We had a tornado here on the ground here in Oklahoma. I don't know why this has not been officially confirmed yet, but that is definitely still a tornado. That's west of Colcord, Oklahoma. For somebody said in chat, this is mostly trees, so hopefully that's all that is. But again, that's near Bull Hollow. So anybody that might be scavenging in this area, maybe just, you know, at a campsite or whatever, try to find sturdy structure, get into a low-lying ditch. You have a tornado again that is on the ground here. Northeast of Locust Grove, north of 412, west of Colcord, Oklahoma. This is sent in by Chris Teets on Twitter. That is not what you want to see. That's in Claremore, Oklahoma, where we had that PDS tornado. Just awful situation all around. Yeah, we still have an area of circulation we're watching there. This is your confirmed tornado. That is just to the southeast of the Spavina area. And that's, again, kind of occluding to the north. So if you're in J, just stay weather aware, even though it probably won't reach that area. It is moving northbound right now. PDS means particularly dangerous situation. And so this tornado right now looks like it's occluding, still on the ground, but it's moving more north. We have some sort of signature there that might... All right, there's your new tornado warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So we have a new tornado warning now from Oklahoma into Arkansas. So that's northwestern Arkansas. Eastern and northeastern parts of Oklahoma are included in this brand new tornado warning. So if you are in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible. It should pop up in a second. There you go. So Siloam Springs, Colcord, west of Centertown, or Centerton, northwest of Fayetteville. You need to seek shelter immediately away from windows and on the lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. But we do have a tornado that's occluding back here. That looks like it's a fully occluded tornado. We'll wait for the next CC update just to make sure that's true. This footage, I'm seeing a lot of footage even about this tornado in Valley View, even from people just driving through it unintentionally. It's just crazy. Here's the latest CC update, and so that initial tornado that we just had occluded. So we'll take off the tornado on the ground tag, as that is now occluded, and we still are watching for the potential for a new tornado to develop back over near Colcord, Oklahoma. And that would eventually be moving towards Siloam Springs, Arkansas, and again into northwestern Arkansas, basically. We're still watching the storm back over in Missouri. That's going just east of Bolivar, and it's going to be moving towards Halfway. So we are still watching for the potential of a tornado here. As this continues to move east, it'll go towards Buffalo. So if you are in Buffalo, in Missouri, you need to continue to stay weather aware and vigilant, as there could be a tornado with this as well as it moves eastbound. But no CC drop as of right now, but definitely some rotation there. We have almost as many tornado warnings as severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, granted, a lot of the tornado warnings are kind of on the same exact storms, because we got 2 on this storm, we got 2 on that storm, and then we got 1 on the other 2, so basically 4. The rotation that's back over in Texas is definitely broader as of right now, but if we do have a tornado, it'll be moving towards Commerce, Texas. And then again, we are... Okay. We are watching rotation here, here, and here. That is something. There are 3 circulations on this storm right now in eastern Oklahoma. The one to the furthest left and furthest right ones are the strongest. And the one in the middle, I think, was the one who was occluding. So, wow. Whereas Connor, I think, was positioning for tomorrow. I mean, I was positioning into my bed for tomorrow until all this started to happen. I was watching the radar and I was like, I might have to go live again if this really gets crazy. And the one in Texas was starting to get crazy. I was considering going live for a long time there. I'm glad I went live because it has gotten very dicey. And we have 3 areas of rotation that we're watching right now, 4, all circled in black, moving towards Decatur, the Gentry area, Gravette, Siloam Springs in Arkansas, and then Colcord and Kansas here in eastern Oklahoma are on the track of this. So continue to stay in your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. But we could have a tornado with legitimately any of these. The one that's near Colcord looks like it actually has dropped, or at least might be on the ground. Near Colcord, Oklahoma. Small debris signature there. We'll see if we can verify that more on the next radar scan as this continues to move eastbound. I'm still live. I mean, I ended the stream 3 or 4 hours ago, and then we went live again for an emergency live stream. We've never really done one of these emergency live streams before. They've been considered a lot, but they've never actually happened. Yeah, right now it looks like the main pocket of rotation that we're going to be watching for is the one near Colcord. Still watching for some circulation back here to the west in those 2 areas. The main one's near Colcord, Oklahoma, eventually going towards Decatur, Gravette, and the Gentry area. This rotation has been quite strong on this particular storm in northern Oklahoma for a while. But, just never materialized. We've covered this area, I feel like, 17 different times this year. And the problem is it's kind of in between 3 radar sites, and the rotation always looks strong here. And a lot of the time it never produces anything. So, something to keep in mind. Tornado warning continues for Commerce, Texas. Still broad rotation. And then the one that's back over... Oh, no. It looks like we're about to have a tornado drop on this storm near halfway, Missouri. This one in Missouri is about to drop. You need to seek shelter if you're in halfway, Missouri. If you're in Buffalo, Missouri, stay vigilant. Just to the east of Bolivar. This is a very small supercell, but that one is definitely going to drop a tornado as that moves east. There is heavy tornado damage in Salina, by the way. Salina, Texas has significant damage. Homes are pretty much destroyed. So there are, I'm retweeting the photos on Twitter, but there is Report coming out of some homes that are heavily damaged to nearly destroyed in Salina, Texas. That was, again, that first tornado, that, or one of the tornadoes that we talked about there in North Texas. There was like 4 different ones that happened in the same storm. Still waiting for a radar scan on this storm in Missouri. 6 minutes old. The one north of Springfield, though, probably going to drop a tornado if it has not already. It's moving towards halfway Missouri. You need to seek shelter if you're in the pink polygon. Power flashes and cold cord. I mean, that rotation's still strong. We got a big RFD surge, but we could easily get another tornado with that. Cold cord's on the ground via spotters. So the one in cold cord's on the ground. Good news is right now in this storm, there's no debris signature, or at least any clear debris signature. Even if we got a tornado on this one in Missouri, it probably would not be that strong, hopefully, because the rotation is not looking that strong. It's a pretty minimal supercell. It's not that big. With that said, if you are in the pink polygon, seek shelter, because we could see a tornado at any time, as this does continue to move eastbound. And again, we're getting reports of a tornado on the ground near Colcord. Haven't seen anything official here yet, but I honestly would not be surprised. So if you are in Colcord or Gentry or Decatur or Gravette, again, make sure that you're getting your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. No debris signature right now, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a tornado here. Got a massive RFD surge, so we could even, it might not even be a tornado, it might just be purely the RFD surge on this storm. So just keep that in mind. All right, so if we do have a tornado, it would be over at Row.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We officially have more tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. New tornado warning on the storm in Missouri. That is going to include areas like Lewisburg and Buffalo. If you are in this pink polygon, you need to seek shelter away from windows and on the lowest floor possible. Again, Hook Echo, very clear. This is a very definitive supercell on radar. Even though it's pretty small, it's definitely something that could produce a tornado as that moves towards Lewisburg and Buffalo, east of Bolivar, Missouri. So seek shelter, please, if you're in that warning. And then the storm that I was trying to talk about near Colcord. If we do indeed have a tornado, it would be right here near Row and on the north side of Colcord, Oklahoma. Big RFD surge, so very high damaging winds that are upwards of 60 to even 75 miles per hour. So continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, please. And in an interior room of your home or building. Guys, I'm calling it Bolivar. That's never changing. I'm not going to change the other pronunciation. Sounds way better. Thank you, David, for becoming a member. Thank you, Pups, for the $9.99. Here's the latest scan. Still looks like a big RFD surge. Again, very high damaging winds right here. I don't see a tightening of rotation. But winds estimated by radar are upwards of 80 miles per hour right now. So this is a potentially destructive storm when it comes to wind. Moving into, eventually, the Siloam Springs area here in northwestern Arkansas. So please make sure that you're seeking shelter. Even if we don't get a tornado, we are going to get the potential for significant damaging winds. Upwards of 80 to maybe even 85 miles per hour as this goes into northwestern Arkansas. In case you're just tuning in and you didn't see this from earlier, this is from Storm Chaser Zachary Hall. Again, this was the tornado from Melissa, Texas. It was pretty sizable. Again, we don't know if this is fully condensed and on the ground from this shot. It's hard to tell because there's trees. But it's at least a wall cloud or lowering, and the tornado is probably in here somewhere. It might be that entire thing from Melissa, Texas earlier, from Storm Chaser Zachary Hall. But just to give you an idea of what's been happening over the last few hours, that is, you know, quite substantial. You know, that we've had some crazy tornadoes today. Like tonight. Not even today, just tonight we've had crazy tornadoes. I won't even say what we saw earlier today was that crazy. Like, I feel like earlier today was a little bit more ordinary, aside from that one strong tornado in Texas. Guess Kansas City's probably mostly wind and hail. Thank you for your $5 super chat. Thank you to anybody else, by the way, that super chatted or became a member, anything like that. I missed a lot of them, but I do appreciate it. I'll try to get to some of them here, but it's kind of difficult when we have all these tornado warnings. There's your rotation moving towards Decatur and Centerton, going towards, again, Bentonville in northwestern Arkansas. So again, if you are in this warning, continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building, as this moves east. Storm has a history of producing tornadoes, and it might do the same as it moves into Arkansas. This, to me, looks like mostly damaging winds, but it's definitely hard to tell because of the fact that the radar sites are just so far away from this. But if you are in this area near Peru or Sedan in southern Kansas or in northern Oklahoma, please continue to stay in your safe place in those two pink polygons. The one north of Springfield. Again, no debris signature here, but it's still a impressive supercell. It's kind of dying now, but this supercell that got going here in Missouri, it's trying to be like the others at this point. It's not. It's just not built different like the other ones. So this one's struggling a little bit. Again, no debris signature. Velocities have kind of died on this one. Storm is definitely shrinking in size. And that's going to be going towards Louisville and Buffalo. Just continue to stay in your safe place just in case it tries to do something. The tornado warning in Texas has been canceled. So we are at least done for now in Texas. And I think we should be done, hopefully, for the rest of the night. Again, knock on wood. We've jinxed a lot of things. I really hope we don't jinx that one. Here's the latest velocity scan. Still a broad area of circulation with a very strong RFD surge heading towards Decatur and the Gentry area in northwestern Arkansas. Again, please continue to stay in your safe place if you are in the pink polygon. Even if you don't see a tornado, you are still going to be dealing with significant damaging winds. And this is video from Storm Runner Media in Claremore, Oklahoma, of a trailer that is completely flipped over. Unfortunately, this is the kind of damage that we're dealing with tonight, guys. In Claremore, in Valley View, Texas, Claremore, Oklahoma, Sanger, Salina. There's many areas that are dealing with damage like that. That is the nature of today's event. I gotta plug in my phone. Give me like 2 seconds. I just have to go behind me. Alright. Here's the latest velocity scan. Again, we may have a tornado heading towards the Gentry area of Arkansas, going towards Decatur. And that right there would be where the tornado is if it's on the ground. Stormrunner Media stuck in town. I don't think that was damage. I'm pretty sure that was damage, and also the tornado went right through like the downtown area. So I believe that was damage. I could be wrong, but I think that was damage. You guys do see anything on Twitter, again, you can at me at MaxVelocityWX. If you are new to the channel, you can make sure to subscribe. We'll keep you posted with the latest with severe weather coverage. And, yeah. The marina at Lake Lay Roberts has sustained major damage in that area, unfortunately. I'm retweeting all these photos and videos on Twitter. I don't know what's going on here, but apparently we got a new severe thunderstorm watch in San Angelo, Texas. At this point, couldn't even tell you, but we have a new severe thunderstorm watch southeast of Midland in San Angelo, Texas, until 7 a.m. Oh my god. It's like 1 a.m. and we have a storm firing off down there. That is quite literally insane. What's even happening down here? That's what's happening. Wow. Okay. I guess these storms want to be a part of the fun here at 1 a.m. At this point, every storm wants to be part of this. Every part of the country. Let's go back to Missouri real quick. Yeah, this one in Missouri is dying pretty quickly. They might end up canceling these 2 tornado warnings. It's 2 a.m. for me, by the way. It's 2 a.m. for me. Don't worry. You guys aren't the only ones. We have strong rotation again approaching Decatur and Arkansas.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning. That's going to be for those in northern Oklahoma near Copon. South Coffeyville are included in this warning. So again, if you are in this tornado warning, seek shelter immediately away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building as that moves east. And again, this one that is back over near Decatur is looking very peculiar. We could have a tornado on the ground at any time as this moves into the Decatur area near Gentry, west of Bentonville here in Arkansas. There's very strong rotation on this storm right now. Very strong couplet. And you need to seek shelter if you're in this warning. Bentonville, get ready. You might have to seek shelter here soon. Bentonville is the home of Walmart, is it actually? Oh no, we have a tornado on the ground. We got a tornado on the ground in Arkansas, and this one could be going strong too.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So we got a new debris signature, and that's going to be going right towards Decatur. And this is right on track for Bentonville, which is that looks pretty populated to me, at least just looking at the road map. So if you are in this pink polygon right now, you need to seek shelter. Get ready if you're in Bentonville. We do have another tornado on the ground. This one could again be large and strong. It's going to be moving right into the area of Decatur, Arkansas, which is also very populated. If you know any friends or family in this part of Arkansas, you need to make sure that they are getting to their safe place, getting away from windows, getting on the lowest floor possible. It's, again, 1 a.m. right now. There's a lot of people sleeping. I should be sleeping right now, but guess what? I'm not. A lot of other people are sleeping. A lot of people have work, or tomorrow's Sunday, but a lot of people are just sleeping in general. Alert any friends or family that are in Decatur, Gravette, Centerton, or Bentonville. Even if you know friends and family in Rogers, if this does stay on the ground, it could be a damaging tornado eventually going towards Bentonville, Arkansas. So we'll eventually go towards Rogers as well. These are two very populated cities here in northwestern Arkansas. Unfortunately, we got another confirmation here by radar of a tornado. That is another debris signature that's popping up here. It's unfortunate, but it's another... Yeah. Man, this is going to go PDS. Man, it's another big tornado. This storm's already produced large tornadoes, and this is another one. That is another big debris signature. Oh, man. This is now officially a PDS tornado in Arkansas.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Guys, this could be another potentially intense or violent tornado heading towards Decatur. That debris signature is huge. The reflectivity is showing black, which is not a good sign. That is representative of definitely some significant debris. So again, you need to seek shelter if you are in Decatur. This is another very large tornado and a very strong tornado that's heading towards Decatur and Gravette, and it's on track for Bentonville. I really hope this does not make it to Bentonville, because that is a very populated area. But this is another situation where we have a very dangerous tornado on the ground. This is not something you want to be messing with. It's not like the tiny tornadoes we've been talking about for the last hour. This is another big tornado on the ground that is unfortunately making a... I mean, that's a big debris signature. That thing is... That right now is 2.5 miles wide, which does not mean the tornado is 2.5 miles wide, but it gives you an idea of the intensity of this tornado. It is a big tornado moving towards Decatur, Arkansas, and it's on track for Centerton and Bentonville. You need to get underground if you can. If you're in a mobile home, you need to find sturdy structure or get into a low-lying ditch. This is not a storm that you want to be messing with here if you are near Decatur or Bentonville or Centerton. Now, again, if you're in Bentonville or Centerton, you do not have to seek shelter right now, but you need to be watching the weather very closely. Share this live stream with anybody that's in the track of this. We'll be live throughout this entire storm. Unfortunately, we got a big tornado, though, right now, heading right into Decatur, and it's another bad situation here. This is another big tornado, and this is not showing quick signs of weakening. This might be on the ground for a while. Going right towards Bentonville, Arkansas. This is not good at all. We'll have another CC update in a second. Man. A big tornado about to enter right into Decatur. If you know any friends or family here, please give them a call or text. Make sure that they're okay getting to their safe place. But this is another, again, large and strong tornado heading in this direction of Bentonville, Arkansas. You're just tuning in again. This is a large and strong tornado and going to be approaching a very populated area like Decatur. Wow. It's right now moving a bit more northeast. Gravette, you need to be in your safe place. Decatur, you need to be in your safe place. And this is a large and strong tornado that is currently in progress in northwestern Arkansas. I'm trying to post this to Twitter so you guys can get the word out as well. Just give me 1 second on this. Trying to get the word out as much as we can right now. Hopefully this tornado lifts before it gets to Bentonville, but again, this would be right on track to hit Bentonville. This is a big tornado right now, moving towards Gravette and Decatur. And again, we got a big debris signature on this. This is a large and strong, potentially intense tornado that's on the ground right now. Moving towards Decatur, Gravette, Arkansas. Big debris signature and everything. This is not what you want to be seeing at 1:10 a.m. And just keep that in mind. It is currently 1:10 a.m. There are a lot of people sleeping right now. And so in this situation, you need to make sure that if you know any friends or family in this area, that you're alerting them. You know, it might not hit Bentonville, but it's not far. And if it goes that direction, this could be a very dangerous storm. The latest CC is still showing a big debris signature right over Highway 102, just west of Decatur. Again, this is going to be on track to try to go towards Gravette. And long term, again, Bentonville would be the target of this. But that is just a big debris signature. This is not good. Yeah, there's a lot of people that live in Bentonville and Rogers. It's a very populated area, which makes this that much more concerning. This is a large tornado that's going to be heading right towards Bentonville. And I posted this on Twitter if you want to retweet it at MaxVelocityWX if you want to try to get the word out. Again, this current warning includes a population of 50,000 people. Decatur, Gravette, and the Siloam Springs area, really the main locations. Siloam Springs is the main location, which this tornado will hopefully miss that entirely. The tornado will be going right into the town of Decatur, Arkansas in just a moment. We can kind of give you some callouts here of what this will be hitting. This will be possibly hitting the Decatur Elementary School. This tornado, as of now, is right over Highway 102, near E&R Steel Erectors, going to be going towards the Dairy Barn Market, and it could be going towards the Decatur Elementary School, which is in the northwest side of Decatur. That's if it continues an easterly path. It could change directions. We'll have to wait and see. It's currently going mostly east, though, and it's actually kind of stalled in the last couple of scans. Let me go to the southern radar site here. You can see that right there. So this tornado right now is actually probably about to hit the Decatur Elementary School in northwestern Decatur, which is again in Arkansas. Simmons Foods Field Mill and Dixon Aviation at the Crystal Lake Airport will be in the track of this as well, on the north side of Decatur. And again, this is a large and strong and potentially intense tornado in Arkansas. Benton County government will be possibly hit by this as well if this tornado continues its path right along Highway 102. The Veterans Park, the Decatur Assembly of God Church, and if it goes further south, it could also impact areas like Farmers Cooperative in Decatur. It could impact other areas that are more neighborhoods in this area as well. The Bible Trail possibly as well. I mean, those areas are kind of in the path of this too. But the northern side of town looks like it's about to be hit the hardest from what we're seeing. And you can see that big debris signature. It's not shrinking. It's getting bigger. This tornado is not shrinking. Unfortunately, we got a big debris signature right now near Iona. And that black that you're seeing on the reflectivity is not hail. That is debris. That could be trees. That could be parts of homes that are in the sky right now that are going to be right along Highway 102, just southwest of Gravette and just about to approach Decatur. Is this twins? Is this a different tornado? There's no way, right? You've got to be kidding me. We have possibly... That might also be on the ground. We might have 2 different tornadoes that are on the ground right now. In Decatur, Arkansas. It looks like twin tornadoes right now that are both large and picking up a ton of debris. Right over Decatur. Oh my goodness. This is simply just awful. I mean, that's I'm not 100% sure about the one in Southeast Decatur yet, but that could be 2 different tornadoes. The one that's northwest of Decatur is 100% the one that's been on the ground. We could have a second one though that is anticyclonic on the south side of Decatur. Just when you think things couldn't get any worse, I mean, again, assuming that that is a second tornado, I was trying to look at 2 different radar sites here, but that very well could be another tornado on the ground near Decatur. And we definitely have a tornado here, there's no doubt. We still have one on the northwest side of Decatur that's about to hit the Decatur Elementary School of Arkansas. And then we have a possibly anticyclonic tornado on the southeast side of Decatur. Again, that one's not nearly as definitive, but that one could very well be on the ground as well. We are a bit further away from radar sites here, but that could also be another tornado. So we could have 2 different tornadoes here near Decatur. And they have updated this warning. So again, this is still a currently PDS tornado warning here.
This is an emergency alert. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
So again, there's still a large and strong tornado on the ground. This one looks the most definitive. I'm not sure about... Are there 3 tornadoes on the ground? No way, right? There might be 3 different tornadoes that are on the ground right now. This could be triplets in northwestern Arkansas. So there are 3 different tornadoes right next to Decatur. We know for sure that this is happening. I'm still questioning the other 2, but again, I would not be shocked. But we have 3 different areas where we have debris signatures. Again, I still think the main one that we have is the one northwest of Decatur. I'm not really... I feel like that's more just fallout. And then this one right here, that could be on the ground. That could be also a handoff that's about to happen too. This is just unbelievable. Yeah, if you're in this area, make sure that you are seeking shelter. We could have 3 different tornadoes on the ground right now. The one that's northwest of Decatur is 100% the most concerning still. That debris signature is still huge, and we still have a very strong tornado on the ground here. But we potentially have 3 different tornadoes that are on the ground right now. That one I feel like is still debris fallout. This one looks definitely like a tornado, and the one east of Decatur is probably a tornado as well. That are all moving again east. This is a very dangerous situation right now in Arkansas. Is there 4? There's no way there's 4. And these are the 4 areas that I'll be looking at. I feel like I'm in a dream right now. Like, seriously. I mean, this is still our main tornado on the northwest side of Decatur. Waiting for velocities to update here. Possible. Basically, 4 different areas of rotation. So there's 4... There's a... This is quadruplets for tornadoes in northwest Arkansas. If you are in the pink polygon, please seek shelter. The other radar site still really shows 2 main ones. We still got this one near Decatur, and we got the other one northwest of Decatur, but there could be as many as 4 tornadoes on the ground right now near Decatur. So please seek shelter if you've not already, away from windows, lowest floor possible. Wow. Now, I do want to mention that the first initial tornado that we've been talking about, this one took a bit of a drunk NATO style. It kind of sat and occluded to the north. So that one's kind of fizzled out. It literally just took a seat, literally, southwest of Gravette. We have another new area of circulation really ramping up now west of Bentonville. That right there is what we're watching for next, for a more substantial threat for a tornado as this continues to move to the east. But we may have just had 4 different tornadoes all in the same frame on radar. I mean, I cannot believe what we're seeing at 1:23 a.m. This is still a destructive tornado. If we get another one, it'll eventually be going towards Centerton and Rogers. If this actually verifies as 4 different tornadoes on the ground at the same exact time in the same exact area of storms, I would literally lose my mind. That's just insane if that is all true. It's hard to tell with being so far away from a radar site, but there may have just been 4 different tornadoes on the ground at the same exact time. And we now have to worry about this new redevelopment over Bentonville. Bentonville's probably going to be in a new tornado warning at any moment. Is 4 even possible? We at least had 2, we know that. They did confirm the anticyclonic tornado as of 9 minutes ago. That happened here. This is your anticyclonic tornado. If things couldn't get any weirder, we now have officially had an anticyclonic tornado near Decatur. I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous. And now we have a normal cyclonic tornado trying to develop now. So we had an anticyclonic tornado, and we had a PDS tornado within like 2 miles of each other. We may have had another tornado up here, and we may have had a tornado back here, all at the same time, just for the record, which is just insane. I don't know, really. I don't feel like this was a tornado, and I also don't think that was a tornado at the given time, but I do think these two were definitely on the ground at the same time. So we had an anticyclonic and a cyclonic tornado in the same exact area. I mean, they're literally twin tornadoes in Decatur, which is legitimately insane. Now, the next area that we really need to be watching for, we still have a tornado in progress on the east side of Decatur. So we still have this tornado that's going to be approaching more than likely Bentonville. So if you are in Bentonville, you need to be prepared. You need to be getting ready to get to your safe place, as you will be in a new tornado warning, probably momentarily, as we have a pretty strong couplet moving towards Bentonville, Arkansas, and Centerton. And for the record, those 2 areas are very populated, including Rogers. If you know any friends or family here that might be sleeping, give them a call or text. We just possibly had as many as 2, 3, or 4 tornadoes all at the same exact time. And, you know, this is unfortunately going to be a threat to watch for as this moves towards Bentonville. Thank you, Doge, by the way. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you. Again, it is right now 2:25 a.m. for me. It is 1:25 a.m. for people that live here. People are sleeping. So if you know any friends or family in this new tornado warning, please give them a heads up.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So brand new tornado warning for Bentonville, Rogers, Lowell, Bella Vista, Sulphur Springs. This new tornado warning is not a PDS warning. The rotation, though, that we're watching is back over near Highway 102. This could still be on the ground. I'm trying to see if we can verify that. That is just west of Bentonville. So if you are in this tornado warning, again, you need to seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. There is officially not going to be a morning stream tomorrow because we're not going to have a turnaround time like that. So just an FYI. Thought it might be possible, but there's no way. We have a tornado again, possibly going to be heading right towards Bentonville. If we do, we have again we have 3 areas of circulation. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3. We got 3 different areas of rotation. Presumably this area is probably all the same, honestly, but just keep in mind, again, we could have 1 or 2 different tornadoes here. Moving eventually towards Bentonville and Rogers. So please seek shelter, lowest floor possible if you're in this warning, and an interior room of your home or building. Thank you, Kelsey. Appreciate your generosity. I think I'm going to need more than coffee tomorrow. The PDS tornado warning does expire in 2 minutes, by the way. Honestly, guys, I see 1, 2, 3. I see 3 different areas of rotation in this warning. Yeah, there's still 3 areas of rotation. Actually, there was just 4. That one just occluded entirely. This one also occluded. There was actually 4 areas of rotation there just a second ago. The most concerning area of rotation that we have right now is about to move right into Bentonville. If you're in Bentonville, Arkansas, you need to get to the lowest floor possible. We could get a strong tornado out of this as it moves into Bentonville. Yes, I'm aware that Bentonville is the headquarters of Walmart. What that means, I don't know. But it is an area that there are things in. But there is a high likelihood that we have either a tornado about to drop, or there is going to be a tornado on the ground right now, heading in the direction of Centerton and Bentonville. So if you are in this area, you need to get underground. You need to get to your safe spot, wherever that is. You need to get there. Because we got another tornado that is probably about to drop if it's not already on the ground. Moving into Centerton and Bentonville. And this is a heavily populated area. I mean, this is not a small little town. This is a large city in northwestern Arkansas. It's no longer PDS, by the way, but this could get upgraded to PDS if it does drop again, which is very possible. Just waiting for a radar scan to see if we can verify anything here. But this is probably another, again, dangerous situation, as this is going towards a lot of people. And that rotation, again, is quite strong. It's right now entering the west side of Centerton, Arkansas, and going towards Bentonville. So again, you need to seek shelter if you're in Centerton or Bentonville. I have a bad feeling that this could be on the ground, or it might be at any time. And again, we need a strong tornado for debris to be recognized here on radar, so just keep that in mind. There might already be a tornado on the ground. We just don't know because the debris signature is not showing up here yet. But we could actually have a tornado already on the ground here. That right there will be your tornado if it is on the ground. Moving into Centerton and Bentonville. There it is right there still. We could even have twin tornadoes here. Again, in the same area. We don't have any confirmation there, but we have 2 areas of circulation. I think. Yeah, we have 2 areas of circulation. 1 and 2. If there is a tornado, it would be going right into Bentonville and Centerton. And a long-term track would be Garfield, Arkansas. Pulling an all-nighter? I hope not. I mean, God. We've been live for almost 10 hours today. If I didn't end the stream early, we would have probably been live for 12 plus hours straight. I'll have another radar scan in a second on the southern radar site. And if there is a tornado, it is moving right into Centerton, Arkansas, and it's going to be moving into Bentonville. Thank you, Odin, Alpha, and Jennifer for all the generous super chats. Just waiting on a radar scan. Waiting to see if we have anything here. The only other tornado warning that we have is north of Tulsa, by the way. I haven't really been paying attention to this one, but circulation has remained still on the broad side of things, but we'll keep a close eye on that in case it does anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing any clear-cut debris signature here, but if we do have a tornado, again, it would be on the west side of Centerton. There is your rotation as of 4 minutes ago, which has not updated yet. 2 different pockets of rotation right now, approaching Bentonville, Arkansas. And if we do get a tornado, again, it could be on the larger side of things. So please stay in your safe place, away from windows, on the lowest floor possible. Okay, looks like this one, at least for the time, the northern one broadened. Still got circulation there, maybe some down here. That's not circulation. So the main area of circulation is rain wrapped. Velocities are not matching up. We should have a full velocities update in a second. What caused this? Me ordering Chick-fil-A earlier caused this. Yeah, so again, the main area of rotation will be west of Bentonville. I'm not seeing anything back here yet. And this is moving east right now. You're going right into Bentonville, Arkansas. Thank you, Allie. Appreciate that. Tomorrow's setup is completely different from today. We got 2 big lines of storms tomorrow. Today is just discrete madness. Today is just full-blown discrete madness. We have a tornado. It's going to be, again, on the probably north side of Centerton near Seba, approaching Bentonville. That'll be the next area in the track of this. Again, it's going to be a rain-wrapped tornado if there is one. And then the one back over in... one in northern Oklahoma. Still large, broad area of circulation here. So still something that could drop as it moves east. It's completely rain-wrapped, though, right now.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We have a new tornado warning on the storm we were just looking at. That's a long tornado warning, because the other one expires here soon, for Welch and Blue Jacket in northern Oklahoma. So if you are in the pink polygon, you need to, again, seek shelter immediately, away from windows, lowest floor possible, and in an interior room of your home or building. As that could definitely drop a tornado as that continues to move east. It's very discreet. We don't have any debris signature right now in Bentonville, but we are still watching for that potential of a tornado. So continue to stay in your safe place if you're in Bentonville. If we do have a tornado, it's going to be heavily rain-wrapped. So keep that in mind. Check the live cameras. I don't think they even work. I tried using them the other day and they did not work at all. I'll try to look again, but I highly doubt they're working. Yeah, they still don't work. They haven't been working in a while. Unless I just don't, for some reason, have access to it. You've been watching? Why does it say it cannot play on my browser? What is going on here? This was happening the other day. I thought it was just me. I thought it was everybody. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Try to open up Microsoft Edge and do it. Yeah, none of them work. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me or something. Maybe there's a setting. I don't know. All right. Looks like we still have rotation west of Bentonville. Let me go back to this radar site again. So we still have rotation. Again, a couple different areas. We still have an area of circulation going over Bentonville. Looks predominantly like a wind threat. We also have another circulation right over Highway 102. So two different areas of circulation, again, moving eastbound in northwestern Arkansas. Still producing the potential for a tornado. So again, if you're in northwestern Arkansas, continue to stay in your safe place away from windows, lowest floor possible. This is what it says when I look on iDot, by the way. It just says cannot play video. There's a problem trying to load the video. I'm not sure why, but I've had that issue ever since trying to load these on this computer. Thank you, Doge, for another generous super chat. Do appreciate it. I'm still live. I am still live. We've had a lot of crazy stuff here recently, and we could get another tornado here near Bentonville. We're hoping it doesn't happen, but it can't be ruled out. Hopefully these storms behave. I don't want more tornadoes. We're done with them. Get them out of here. Don't have any debris signature right now in this storm, but still concerning it because it's a very populated area for Bentonville, Arkansas. Well, we have maybe a microburst going through the north side of Bentonville. Big surge of damaging winds there, right over Interstate 49 near Miller and Bella Vista. So that's happening. Big surge of damaging winds there. Right over Bella Vista and Bentonville. Yeah, Texas is getting another pretty significant storm there too. I saw that. I'm on Chrome too. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know if I have like something blocked on the website or something. But again, we have definitely a microburst or at least some sort of damaging wind event happening in Bentonville. Still watching very broad circulations back near Decatur. So that's the next area they'll have to watch for the potential of a tornado as this activity does again continue to move east towards Bentonville and Rogers. So continue to stay in your safe place if you're in this warning, as there are still multiple areas of rotation with this storm as it does continue to move east. I allowed location and it still doesn't work. I don't know. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. You're not really going to see anything at night anyways, just a lot of lightning. We've gotten to the point where we're in between 3 radar sites. And this is your large, broad area of circulation right now near Bentonville, Arkansas. Looks like this storm right now that's back over in northern Oklahoma, it is still a long-term potential to produce a tornado, but right now it has really become a big wind threat and a hail threat. The circulation that we're looking at here is still relatively broad, but I do think long-term this will have a potential to produce a tornado as it eventually goes towards Miami and northeastern Oklahoma. I still don't understand why I cannot see these live cameras. I'm kind of getting annoyed. I want to see them. I'm on the website, and for some reason, like, the cameras just don't want to work. I've allowed everything, so I don't know what's happening. The rotation is going to be going right over the interstate, so I'm curious if we can see anything. Still not loading. They are working. I can't load them. I mean, this is all. This is the screen I'm getting. Cannot play video. There's an error trying to load the video. I don't understand it. I allowed location, everything. Still doesn't do anything. Yeah, if we do get a tornado, it'd be right over here on the central and northern side of Bentonville, Arkansas. Here, your cache. Oh, that actually might be why. Nope. No clue. Here's the latest velocity scan. That's looking kind of strong right now over the downtown area of Bentonville, Arkansas. Again, we could get a tornado with this as it does continue to move again into really the center part of Bentonville and eventually going towards Little Flock will be in the track of this. So please continue to stay in your safe place, away from windows, lowest floor possible, if you are in this warning. I mean, that rotation, again, still definitely on the stronger side of things. And this definitely could still try to produce a tornado. At the bare minimum, we have damaging winds, but we could definitely get a tornado with this. The northeastern radar site further away does not show as much rotation. It just shows a bigger surge of wind here. So let's hope that trend continues, but definitely still concerning nonetheless. It is beginning to develop more of a inflow notch there, which is why this is a little bit more concerning than before. By the way, thank you, Douglas, for the $5 Venmo. I do appreciate it. Sorry, my phone is like dead, so I can't even see stuff on there. Let me go back to... We'll go back to the other radar site again. See what the next velocity scan shows on this. You okay, man? You seem emotionally spent. We've been live for the last 3 hours, and we've gone through... I don't know how many large tornadoes now. We've gone through 4? 3? 4? It's something else. Looks like this is turning more into a wind threat. At least from what we're seeing on that velocity scan. This velocity's radar from the south should update. We'll see if this shows anything concerning, but hopefully it's just turning into a wind threat here. Alpha, yes, it is. It is much better. Yeah, there's no fees. Here's the latest scan. So again, we're still looking at a big surge of wind over Bentonville. And we are still watching for mainly a damaging wind threat there. I'm kind of curious. I don't know what that is. That might just be contamination. Let me see if I can get the other radar site here. Yeah, there's a little bit of rotation there. So we still have a couple areas. Again, big surge of damaging winds right over Bentonville. We still got some circulation just to the southwest of Centerton. So 2 areas of rotation still. And the radar from the west is showing stronger rotation on the latest scan. Again, granted, it's looking higher up into the atmosphere than the other 2, but that still is at least representative of some sort of lowering, probably, right over the town of Bentonville. So we need to still be in your you still need to be in your safe place here in Bentonville. I know it's 1:49 in the morning and you want to go to bed, but this storm is not completely done. It's at least producing damaging winds, but it also could be producing a potential for a tornado. Which unfortunately does look like that's going to try to redevelop somewhere in here. The other radar site further down to the south indicates that the strongest rotation now is over Rogers. So if you're in Rogers, Arkansas, continue to stay in your safe place. And there's potentially power flashes now in Bentonville. That's not good. So we have power flashes now in Bentonville being reported. Again, that could be from damaging winds. That also could be from a tornado. But we are getting reports now of, again, power flashes. The rotation's definitely strengthening here near Rogers. So we're definitely watching that really closely. But getting reports of power outages now in Bentonville, Arkansas. We've officially gone through all my water. Okay. Here's the latest scan. Again, we still have some sort of tightening here near Rogers. We'll investigate that on the CC, which still does not show a debris signature, but right there, we could get a tornado on the ground at any time approaching Rogers. The hope is that this gets past Rogers and goes into like Beaver Lake, because that's a much more rural area. But right now, the strongest area of circulation is in the western side of Rogers, Arkansas. So again, seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible if you are in this warning. Thank you, Carlos, for the $4.99. Bentonville here, terrifying hail wind at the moment. Local news confirming damage in nearby town. Yeah, I'm guessing it was Decatur, but yeah, there was definitely damage there. There's no doubt. And we have strong rotation right now over Rogers, which is, again, a pretty populated area. So we need to watch this area in Rogers, Arkansas very, very vigilantly in case it does try to drop a tornado. Thank you, Trucker. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 1999. Yeah, we don't have a debris signature yet, but again, it could be on the ground right now as we speak. Debris signatures don't always show until, you know, a little, you know, while after sometimes, depending on the situation. Because this is pretty far away from the radar site. Oh crap, you're alive again. You're just finding that out? We're live for the last 3 hours. We've covered 4 different large tornadoes. It's been something. But we got a big RFD surge on this. I do think this is going to try to drop another tornado. Again, the good news is that this is going towards very rural areas after Rogers. The bad news is that it's over Rogers right now. If it does drop a tornado, it could be very damaging for Rogers. We're trying to see if we can get a CC drop on this, or CC signature on the next radar scan, which should be coming in at any moment. That might be a debris signature. Not super definitive, not convincing enough for there to be a confirmation, but we might have something right over the heart of Rogers. And it's not confirmed, but there might be something there. That's right exactly where the strongest area of rotation is right now. So if you are in Rogers, Arkansas, again, stay down in your safe place. And even in Bentonville, continue to stay there. There could be a tornado on the ground in Rogers. That rotation has intensified. We do have a small little debris signature. It's not convincing yet, but I do think we have a tornado that is now developing right over Rogers, and it's possibly on the ground in Rogers. But more than likely, we have a tornado on the ground in Rogers, Arkansas. So if you're in Rogers, again, seek shelter. Get away from windows and get on the lowest floor possible. This could very easily be a tornado right now over Rogers. And that is completely wrapped in the rain. And there, yeah, this is a tornado, guys. Oh, man. I think that is at least... It looks like another tornado on the ground here in Rogers. Trying to get the velocities to update, but it looks like we have a tornado on the ground in Rogers. We are going to go ahead and sound the alarm to hopefully get the word out here.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground. Seek shelter immediately.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. That is strong rotation. Debris signature right over Rogers, at least from the looks of it. A likely tornado right now in Rogers. Please seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible if you've not already. Again, it's 2 a.m. Central Time. There are people sleeping in Rogers. Probably. And this is a very dangerous storm, as there is likely a tornado over Rogers. Trying to get more confirmation. If the next CC shows, like the next CC scan, if it shows a larger debris signature, this could get kind of bad. This is right where we have a very strong inflow. This hook developed, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, and we got a big wrapping on this. Big surge, big hook on this right over Rogers. And unfortunately, it does appear as if we have a tornado on the ground right over the town of, or right over the city of Rogers here in Arkansas. This is moments ago in Arkansas on a traffic cam. And just see how intense it is out there. Very windy, lots of lightning, big RFD surge. And this is not officially confirmed, but I do want anybody in Rogers to seek shelter. It's a very strong likelihood that we have a tornado that's on the ground in Rogers. Latest CC does not show nearly as definitive a signature there. So let's hope this is just something brief over Rogers. See what the velocity show here. For the moment, we'll just put back on normal tornado warning, even though there could be a tornado over Rogers still. As that tightening probably at least produce something brief. I mean, this supercell is it's a classic looking supercell. I mean, you can see the inflow, you can see the hook developing, got the big hail core, typical for a supercell. I mean, this is prone to produce a tornado if it didn't just produce a tornado. It is definitely in the spot to produce one. It's not officially confirmed, even though it may have just been briefly on the ground there. Power flashes in Rogers. And that, again, that could just be from the RFD surge. So keep that in mind, which is damaging winds, for the record. But if there's a tornado, it is completely rain wrapped now. There's absolutely no way you're going to see it unless you're in it. So don't try to look outside for this. It's nighttime. It'd be just stupid to try to look for it anyway. But this is a completely rain-wrapped tornado if there is one on the ground. Yeah, that rotation does not look pretty. Let's see the CC. Hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully it's just some wind. That rotation's wrapping hard. Okay, I'm still not seeing a debris signature there, but that rotation, guys, that's pretty strong. So again, if you're in Rogers, please seek shelter. This is the other radar site, by the way, further northeast. And you can just see the absolute behemoth of wind here in Rogers, in Bentonville. Man, this rotation though, it's strong, guys. It's quite strong. If it doesn't produce a tornado, it's definitely producing significant damaging winds. This thing is wrapped up like a dog. I mean, this thing is just wrapped like crazy here over Rogers. That inflow goes all the way back into here. It's a very large inflow notch, and even if we don't get a tornado, I'd be shocked. I mean, with something this wrapped up right over Rogers, I mean, the reflectivity updated. I'm just waiting for the CC to update. And the velocities. Thank you, Carol, for the $10 donation. I do appreciate that. I'm glad I can help. Okay, CC still doesn't show a tornado, but there is still strong rotation here over Rogers, and we have a big surge again of damaging winds. The RFD surge is pretty huge on this, so please continue to stay in your safe place. There's a lot of wind with this storm right now in northwestern Arkansas. Rogers Fire Department scanner just went down. It's not what you want to hear. Probably internet outages. Hopefully, that's all it is. Let me go back up to the other radar site again. We got a big RFD surge on the other one too. Now, if we do have a tornado, again, it would be right over the town of Rogers. We have 3 different radar sites. We're all between the 3 of them, so I'm just kind of investigating all the other ones too. See if we can get any confirmation of anything. But again, even if there is not a tornado, we are still talking about a substantial wind threat here in Rogers. And no debris signature, but we still got a large area of circulation over Rogers, Arkansas. Moving towards Walnut Hill, Bland, Glade, Lost Bridge Village, Vista Shores, War Eagle, Oak Grove, all in the track of this still. Thank you, Lionel. Appreciate the $20.24 donation. I'm losing my voice. I'm trying to preserve it here. Try not to lose it before tomorrow. Here's the latest velocity scan. So this is from the one further up to the northeast, the Springfield radar site. And still a large, broad... This is the latest scan. Still a large, broad area of circulation, according to that radar site. So we probably at least still have some sort of lowering. Definitely a damaging wind threat, no doubt about that. And again, we could still have a tornado here. The rotation is definitely still there, right over Rogers. And it is rain-wrapped. So if we do have a tornado, it is going to be hard to see. So please continue to stay in your safe place if you are in Rogers, Arkansas, just in case this does drop. Just want to mention, by the way, the warning counter has not been updated in a while. This is our only tornado warning. Just want to make that clear. The other storm is just a tornado possible label. But nothing clear here of a tornado, but there could definitely be one. I'm seeing reports that it dropped. I still don't have any confirmation officially of that, though. A lot of power flashes in Rogers. Just keep in mind, power flashes don't always mean tornadoes. Even though we might have one, I'm just saying they don't always mean tornadoes. That rotation's still really strong. So, but that RFD surge that we have going right through Rogers right now is presumably what's causing that, which is again significant damaging winds. Will I be live for storms like this in Indiana today? I hope so. I hope this event winds down so I can go to bed and get ready for that.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's the hope. This is a new tornado warning for Eureka Springs and west of Berryville. Seek shelter away from windows, lowest floor possible if you are in this new tornado warning. Wrecker, there is a setup tour. It is for members only, though. So again, we could still have a tornado with this. It is just to the east and southeast of Rogers, going towards Eureka Springs and Holiday Island. So please continue to stay in your safe place if you are in the pink polygon. Away from windows, lowest floor possible, interior room of your home or building. Yeah, Oklahoma City's done, guys. We're done in Oklahoma City. We've been done there for a while. I feel like we've been done before we even started. And then we got this random area of storms that decide to fire up in Texas at 1 a.m. Like, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. It's some weird stuff. Again, there might be a tornado on the ground here in the southeast side of Rogers. I've not seen anything official. I've seen multiple rumblings about there being a tornado, but and there is possibly a tornado on the ground. Nothing officially confirmed here. Rogers was confirmed. I have no clue. I have not seen any official confirmation. I've seen a lot of people saying in chat, but I, again, cannot always trust the chat. Chat can be very inaccurate in a lot of cases. So, with that said, I would not be surprised. Again, I do think we had at least something in Rogers when I did mention it earlier when we had the probable tornado in Rogers. I just don't know if there's really anything official. If there is still a tornado, it would be on the southeast side of Rogers. It's still not confirmed by the National Weather Service. That's at least what I know. Yeah, the rotation still on the latest scan is broad. Again, it's me heading towards Eureka Springs and Holiday Island in northwestern Arkansas. We can continue to stay in your safe place if you are in this warning. This is on the ground. It is going over a lake right now near Clear Point, Oak Grove. And eventually going towards War Eagle, Rambo Riviera, Bland Rock, Clifty, West Liberty, Rock House, Lone Star. Long-term tracks would be the Gobbler, Del Mar, Dry Fork, Marble, Middleton, Dean areas, Cannibal, or Cabanal. And if it kept going, Harrison, Belafonte, Bergman, Zinc, Pyatt, Ridgeway, Prosperity, Little Arkansas, all gonna be in the track of the storm. 62-mile-per-hour wind gust was measured on the north side of Rogers. But right now, still a large, broad area of circulation. Just to the east of Rogers. How Toadsuck? I don't know where Toadsuck is anymore. I think it's back down in down near like Little Rock or something, isn't it? The rotation had a little bit of an uptake on this latest scan, it looks like. Let me go towards Eureka Springs. I do want to give you a quick heads up, by the way, for tomorrow. Again, we'll be live on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed down below, which is technically today. We have a large area, once again, for today. In terms of a severe weather threat, it's huge. Literally huge. It includes a large area of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley with an enhanced risk of severe weather with significant damaging winds, large to very large hail, and more tornadoes being a possibility. So strong long track tornadoes are still a possibility even for today. Today as in Sunday. So again, make sure you're staying weather aware. We'll be live later today. It's kind of weird to say, but it's 3 a.m. for me. Here's the game plan. We're gonna have storms that continue to march to the east as predominantly a damaging wind threat throughout the morning. Hopefully nothing's too significant in the mid to late morning, because I don't think we'll be able to go live that early for this. We might get a live stream in by the time we get closer to like midnight, or sorry, not midnight. Wow, yeah, maybe around like 12 or 1 o'clock. So that'll be something to kind of keep in mind. We might get a live stream in if I can. Again, it's going to depend on when I wake up tomorrow. Depends on when this activity ends. And eventually, as we go into the afternoon, those storms move into Kentucky. This is really the real development, which will be around 5 or so. This will be the real deal when it comes to the hail, wind, and tornado risk. These storms will be discrete initially, and any storms that remain discrete initially will have an elevated chance at a tornado. I'm probably not going to have a video tomorrow morning. Actually, yeah, I will not have a tornado. I will not have a video tomorrow morning at all at this rate. There's just no way. So we'll have, again, a line of storms going east, producing damaging winds predominantly across Kentucky, Tennessee. And then as we go into the afternoon and this is the evening. Let me restart here real quick. We'll have a line of storms, again, eventually developing and upscaling as we go into the late evening. So this is around 9 o'clock. So a line of storms across a large chunk of Missouri, Indiana, and Illinois. QLCS tornadoes, the predominant threat here. And eventually, as we go into the overnight hours, this will continue as a significant damaging wind threat all the way until probably 3 or 4 in the morning, until it dies out over the Appalachian Mountains, and as well as the Dixie Alley. And then as we go into Monday, whatever day it is, we'll have more severe weather, but it should be a lower risk on the East Coast. That is a general breakdown of what to expect. But if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, click the bell icon down below so you're notified when we do go live. Because tomorrow will be another active day, unfortunately. Max is gonna see radar models when he closes his eyes. Honestly, probably not wrong. Hey, Austin, for the $4.99. I have no clue. I have not seen anything for relief efforts yet. I'll retweet information on Twitter once I get it, but I've not seen anything directly yet. So, yeah. All right, well, this rotation, at least on the latest scan, is, I mean, we could still easily get a tornado out of this, so continue to stay weather aware if you're in Northwest Arkansas. I'm going to be honest with you guys, though. I'm tired, and I want to be ready for tomorrow. We've been live for well over 10 hours today. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in to today's live streams. Again, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Again, we did an emergency live stream. We don't usually do these, but this was definitely a needed situation. My voice is kind of giving out a little bit now, so I need to kind of protect it for tomorrow with another busy day of severe weather expected tomorrow. I really do, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate everybody that tuned in. I really do appreciate all the new members. If you became a member, I really do appreciate it. If you super chatted, donated, anything like that, I really do appreciate it. Again, today's live stream is brought to you by Radar Omega. If you need a weather app, you can click the top link in the description below on iOS and Android. It's the app that we use every single live stream. In addition to that, you can check out ESP Storm Shelters. If you need a tornado shelter, you can go ahead and check that out with ESP Tornado Shelters. The link to that is the second to top link in the description below. They are very affordable, above ground storm shelters that you can check out. Easy installation, and they are very, very sturdy and good to go for tornadoes and stuff like that. All right. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'll be live again tomorrow with severe weather coverage. It is going to be another long day, and I am hoping my voice is good for that. And we will be live probably for another at least 6+ hours, possibly even longer than that. So again, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day, and I think a lot of you guys are too, but we're almost done. Tomorrow's the last day of this crazy outbreak of weather, and then hopefully by next week things start to simmer down a little bit. Tomorrow will be our last live stream, probably for a long period of time, so just keep that in mind. I do want to remind you guys, we still have limited release shopmaxvelocity.net merch. That is our limited edition or limited release 250,000 subscriber hat, which you can get in 4 different styles, and our t-shirt. If you want to get either one of these, you can check it out with shopmaxvelocity.net. The link is going to be at the top of the, it's going to be in the description. It's also going to be posted in the chat. So if you want to check that out, feel free to. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Facebook at MaxVelocityWX as well. That way you can stay ahead of the storms, and you can also get new information and all that sort of stuff. Make sure to check out the sponsors of today's stream. They are awesome. The link's again at the top of the description. All right. We'll be back again tomorrow, or technically today, which is Sunday. So we'll be back then. Stay safe. Have a great rest of your night. And we'll see you guys all again tomorrow whenever I wake up, hopefully. We'll probably be live as soon as I wake up. If not, it'll be later in the, later in the day. Depends on what the trends are. We might go live as early as like lunchtime. If not, might be a little bit later. Also, thank you, Debbie, for the $4.99. All right. We'll see you guys all again soon. Have a great, safe rest of your night. And also thank you, Paul, for the $5 Venmo. I appreciate your generosity, and we'll see you guys all again soon. All right. Have a good night.